Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the inaugural. Can you say inaugural?
Inaugural.
You're not excited for this, are you?
No, I am.
I just asked you, would you do the intro, and you said, I don't care.
Fuck you, man. Do whatever you want. Yeah,
So,
no, I'm excited.
The inaugural
Inaugural.
watch-along reverse review. We haven't put a name on it, have we?
No.
Come up with a name on the spot right now.
The reverse 2-point view.
That actually wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So we a couple of weeks back we decided to start doing a watch along extra pay-per-view. No, that didn't make any sense. Decided to do a watch along from old pay-per-views as a bonus episode every other week.
More or less, yeah.
So we took to Twitter. You picked two shows. I picked two shows. We put it on a poll, and we let you decide. And what came out of as the winner, Billy?
WWF Invasion 2001.
The highest selling pay-per-view of all time. WCW
versus slash ECW versus
if you can call it that.
WWF.
So
The World Wrestling Federation.
So the year was 2001. As a background story.
A turbulent time.
Vince McMahon had just purchased his competition.
Yeah.
WCW that he had been in direct competition with for
the Monday Night Wars
6 years.
Were ceased.
He bought out the entire company.
Because,
but
Vince McMahon wouldn't do anything else
couldn't gain the rights to some of their top stars because their contracts were owned by Turner Broadcasting and not WCW.
Yeah,
so he only inherited the contracts that WCW owned, which was
the mid-card,
the B team of WCW.
The kind of upper mid-card.
So instead of holding out for the big stars to come, they just hotshot it, and here's what we have now.
Yeah, it's one of the many reasons attributed to why the invasion angle didn't work is because rather than wait for the likes of Goldberg, Sting, and the NWO, they decided to push Booker T, DDP.
Well, Booker T was a big star. He was the last.
They were, yeah. Champion. I'm saying the people, everyone wanted to see the NWO, Goldberg and Sting, the biggins, and then it's fair enough as well because it works. It works in a sense because you have to say, look, let's build up it's one of the main complaints that we have nowadays about wrestling is WWE doesn't build up their mid-carders to main event level.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's one of the things we talked about last week with AEW. Are they going to be? Or I don't know. Did we talk about it on the podcast? But we talked about how Jon Moxley has an opt-out clause in his contract for he can opt out of AEW anytime he wants for the first year, and we were saying that could be something that could be detrimental to AEW in the sense that it's.
I compared it to the guaranteed contract, or not the guaranteed contract. The guaranteed contract changed the business. I compared it to the creative control clause in WCW.
Yeah.
And that kind of ruined their creative and ran themselves into the ground with that clause.
Yeah.
So
we were talking about it saying that they'll have to build up their mid card to fill in the gaps if these obviously because prepare for the worst if Jon Moxley opts out. Chris Jericho's not going to hang around forever. These guys, so it's something that's still around, but look. At the time, they had the big stars in the form of Goldberg, Sting, and the NWO, and just didn't bring them over because they were impatient.
Well, yeah, they were impatient, and the thing was, these Goldberg, Sting, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, they were all employed by Turner Broadcasting. Yeah. So when WCW went under and was bought by Vince. The thing was, those 5 men were still employees by Turner Broadcasting, so they were still going to get paid up until the end of their contract. So number one, you'd have to buy out their contract, which
were
would be a
huge.
lot of money. And number two,
Am I missing anyone for that list? It was just the NWO, Sting, and Goldberg, really, wasn't it?
yeah, but like, and then what you get is like you have, but these people were sitting at home and getting paid, so they weren't gonna pick up the phone to Vince and be like, "I'm gonna come work for you." Like they were quite happy. They were gonna spend a year and a half that was left on their contracts just sitting at home, and they did, and they all eventually made their way.
Richer men for it, really.
Yes, and they all eventually made their way to the WWE.
Yeah.
Some took quicker than longer, or than others. Sting being that the one that took nearly.
In 2014, he showed up eventually.
So 13 years after this pay per view, Goldberg had a run.
Hogan had a run.
The NWO had a run.
Yeah, kinda. Well, yeah, they did, but not to the heights that they'd achieved in WCW. Like they all kind of got individual. The only one who didn't really get his own individual run was Scott Hall. He didn't get anything. He had that feud with Austin, but like
that was due to his own personal demons, though, more so than anything else.
Like Kevin Nash got a couple of runs. Hogan got one or two runs. Hogan got a WWE Championship reign. Goldberg obviously had that big year in 2003, and obviously Sting came then in 2014, wrestled like 5 matches and then retired. So
we're all,
none of these men are on this card, by the way.
Yes. So what we're here to talk about is
we're turning it down like all the way.
Yeah, because we're providing the commentary because we don't want to get sued by the World Wrestling Entertainment for any commentary over it.
Turn up a tiny bit.
You can't.
All right. Okay.
We can't. We can't have any sound. And anyway, the sound interferes with the mic.
I like to live dangerously anyways.
So we will be providing the commentary here. That's the whole point of the podcast.
Dibs JR.
So that was the story of Invasion.
Yeah.
That was the build up to it.
It could have been It could have been the greatest storyline in wrestling history, and it wasn't.
When was the last time you watched this pay per view, or have you ever watched this pay per view in its entirety?
I don't think I've watched it in its entirety. I've watched the main event. I think that's the only match I've seen on this card. I might have seen other ones, but I just can't remember. But I've definitely seen the main event.
Well, you're in for a treat here.
Fuck's sake.
Well, you're in for a treat here with this show.
Have you watched it in full?
I've seen every match in this card, but I've never watched the card in full.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I've seen all the matches, but in different times of my life.
Yeah.
But you have WWE taking on, who's owned by Vince taking on WCW, who's owned by his son Shane.
Yeah.
I was trying to think.
Best in the world.
I was trying to rack my brain around this, because when was this? What date was this match? What date was this card, even?
I can check. I think it was like June.
Because I'm trying to think, right? The company was kayfabe bought by Shane McMahon, the go home Raw of before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And heading into WrestleMania, then Shane was the baby face.
Yeah.
And Vince was the heel because they wrestled each other.
July 22nd, so we're near enough to actually the anniversary.
But they wrestled, and Shane was the face, Vince was the heel. It was the whole thing of Linda standing up and kicking Vince in the nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, like, when did it flip here? Because
Shane's the heel.
Shane's the heel now. Because that whole I now own WCW was like the biggest face thing you could ever do, and now all of a sudden he's a heel here. Is it just because he was trying to take over the WWF?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I'd love to go back and watch this.
We'll have to watch the year of 2001. We'll have to do 2001 in total. Good year to do.
So we'll give a countdown.
Okay.
If we're going to encourage you to fire up your WWE network and watch along. So we're going to give a countdown.
2 hours, 40 minutes and 11 seconds of it.
Yes. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1, play.
And
that's the cue for you to play.
Yeah.
Also,
this isn't going to go terribly at all. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play.
So here we have off the old kind of
I missed these ones.
yeah, the kind of intro. I didn't even know what the sound was. It was like yes. And then that old scratched WWF logo.
Oh, that's just an image. That's just a thing. I remember.
So-
do you remember the old thing that they used to do? It was like before that one. It was like all like the history and stuff like that. Like
The Then Now Forever. That's what they do now.
that. Yeah. Instead of that, like,
Oh yeah.
did I just see Vince McMahon get compared to Joseph Stalin?
Yeah, I watched this the other day, and I was like, no, he compares this invasion as Russia and America during the Cold War, which
Jesus.
Joseph Stalin killed
Millions.
millions of people, and all of a sudden he's like the equivalent of Eric Bischoff.
That's yeah. It's weird. I think this is probably the first time I've watched without sound.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
how are you feeling?
it's weird.
So here we have ECW, Taz, Paul Heyman. Do you remember the promo Paul Heyman cut on Vince right before this pay-per-view?
No.
It's amazing. You should go back and watch that. It's like
WCW.
it's like he runs Vince down for taking over
I might
wrestling.
have. I think I've seen it.
And he's like, screw you, you've killed ECW and all that.
Yeah.
It's fucking class. That's the promo. Remember, he's like, you took everything I had, or everything I created, and ruined it. And he turns to Taz, who was in the commentary, and was like, look at him.
Yeah.
He was like,
look at that fat
he used
slob.
he used to be a monster, and now he's a fat color commentator.
Taz did get extremely fat, like
Yeah, but
sitting on there. Hope he doesn't hear this. Mine's being killed.
Yeah.
Jesus, PlayStation.
PlayStation, sponsored by PlayStation,
PlayStation 1. The OG PlayStation. Stephanie.
This whole poster is so weird, like the half.
Yeah, because it's kind of like,
half
it looks
Vince.
kind of like him.
Here we have Pyro.
Oh, God. Bygone era. And
an actual proper stage,
yeah.
A V, an invasion.
What would you call it? Kind of a niche stage? I don't know.
A niche stage?
Look at all the signage everywhere.
Yeah, there's a big debate online at the moment. I don't know if you saw, like, do you miss signs?
They were funny. Some of them were funny. But I'd hate to be at a show with a bunch of signs.
Yeah, because at this time, how could someone see the show?
Yeah, like, so if you were like behind them now, like, how the hell are you seeing anything?
They'll obviously put it down, but there's some people who put their signs up for like the entire show. You know, like, and those people, WWF New York.
There's that thing.
If I could resurrect one restaurant and attend it, I'd love to go.
Yeah, it'd be some crack.
WWE or WWF New York.
So you have Lance Storm, funnest man in the world.
This is one thing.
Is that Mike Awesome?
That's Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
But here it is, right? To this day, writers of WWE, or writers at the time, always say like, "Oh, we didn't try and bury WCW fans or WCW wrestlers during the invasion." But here we have a former ECW world champion, and he was a monster.
One of the
ECW.
One of the best to do it.
Yeah.
One of the best of his ilk.
And say what you want about his WCW run as that 70s guy and the Fat Chick Thriller and all that.
What the hell?
But like, you have him, you have Lance Storm, who's one of the best wrestlers WCW had, and you give him jobber entrances.
Yeah, I know.
They had no entrance.
They don't even get to cut a promo either.
Yeah, because we have Edge fresh off King of the Ring.
Edge and Christian with the Stanley Cup, it appears to be.
They don't stay together long after this, as far as I know.
Yeah, Edge goes off in his singles push then after that.
Because I remember Christian attacks him with the trophy.
Yeah. Was that a Survivor Series?
Could have been.
I think it was. Did Edge got really injured? Did Edge break his? Like, I know he had neck issues, but did he break his neck like not long after this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. He broke his neck right after, because the whole thing was like he won King of the Ring and he was going to get a push.
Yeah, and then he broke his neck. Is Mike Awesome Canadian? Because if so, we have a
4 Canadians.
all Canadian match.
Obviously, Mike Awesome not with us anymore, sadly enough.
Away.
But like, say what you want about, like I said, say what you want about his WCW run, but his ECW run was amazing.
He's one of the best, like, kind of along the lines of like how would you call them? Like big bruisers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he reminds me of like a JBL. Like
Yeah.
I think in another
Like a
life
Haas.
he could have had that role. You know,
Haas, yeah.
like big guy, and he put on great matches like ones with like Masato Tanaka
Yeah.
in
Tanaka
ECW
matches were
was like,
sick.
and the whole thing of him leaving ECW as champion.
Yeah, no, he
Signing-
was great. He was great in ECW, and then WCW just balls him up.
Yeah, but
Like they did everything.
that was Vince Russo for you. Like
Yeah, everything in the Vince Russo
he was
era.
that '70s guy back off the popularity
That
of the
was
That
so
'70s show at the
like
time.
Look at
He
that
was
from Edge, Jesus.
yes, flying head scissors by Edge. Lance Arm is a brilliant seller.
Lance Arm's one of the best to ever do it in the ring. One of the best technical wrestlers of all time.
And like he's still his presence in the business is still felt to this day because he's trained.
His Twitter is so unintentionally hilarious.
But Lance Storm was trained like Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
And
He's
Keneal Dashwood was another one.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Watch here now. Christian almost kills himself. Let's hear it. Wait for it.
God's sake.
Here we go.
Christian.
Neck Surgery, the musical.
Yeah, no wonder, like.
Look at this now.
But like,
Because
Lance
Lance Storm nearly
falls
damn
his
near
head.
killed himself.
Mike Awesome has such a great look as well.
Yeah. I don't know why Vince didn't look at him
Yeah,
and see
like,
money.
He was like 6'7". He was like big boy. I gotta check if he was Canadian. Because I have a feeling he was.
Jeez, look at Christian now.
so-
Christian just survived a near-death experience.
Is Lance Storm a trainer in NXT?
No.
He just
No, he does his
Scoops
own.
into his own school.
He does his own school
yeah, he's
in
not.
Canada.
He was American. He was from Florida. From Tampa.
But I like how frustrating must have been for the likes of like Paul Heyman to create these superstars and then see what they go on to do in
Well-
WCW, especially WCW at the time.
But yeah. Well, Mike Awesome never really peaked in ECW and didn't do anything else. Lance Storm had some success in the WWE in the mid card.
but like the likes of Sandman
Oh,
went to WCW and became hardcore Hank and was just
Hardcore.
and yeah. Raven went to WCW.
Yeah.
They tried Raven's
He was
block.
so
It wasn't
cool. He was so cool.
in ECW. He was.
He's signed with Impact. That's but Impact have used like so many old ECW legends in the last year. They've used Tommy Dreamer. They've used Raven, Sandman. They used someone else recently enough. Rhino just signed with them.
Well, no, it's not confirmed.
Yeah, that man. Who could that man be?
But you know why?
Well, yeah,
'cause
Mask
he-
on, he's still with WWE.
He's still his contract is up in July,
All right.
so he
Well,
still
right now.
can't.
Everyone was like, "Who could that be?"
What if they swerved us and it was like Goldberg?
Just put on like a ton of weight. Just like became a cube.
The concussion that he received in Saudi Arabia of them piling the ice cream.
See what he's teasing on a match actually.
Oh,
Goldberg.
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to see him.
Bill, you should have been wrestling on this pay-per-view, not.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get one more, like just against.
Yeah, I'd like to see him wrestle one more.
against a guy who can carry a
and not
match.
kill himself.
Yeah, I'd like to see him wrestle Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that get followed up on.
but I would
But
imagine.
apparently, it's a work. Apparently, they're actually.
Yeah. They've been encouraging him to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
apparently.
saying. Like, yeah. See, all the signs are down now. Bar like one or two dickheads.
Yeah, but you're always going to one of a couple of those clowns that these. See, I missed that. You don't see that in tag team wrestling anymore. The
Like
foot
the
up in the
little
row.
thing,
Yeah. And these weren't necessarily a tag team. Lance
No, they're
Storm
just
and
thrown together.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of things that like I miss about the like. There's a lot of things I don't miss about the Attitude Era, but there's a lot I miss too. Like little stuff like that, like like little psychological things.
Yeah.
Just to remind you that they're the heels. Ugh.
Lance Storm was so smooth in the ring.
Do you think, right? So we have Edge, Christian, and Lance Storm.
Yeah.
Are they three of the top 10 greatest Canadian wrestlers ever?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Probably are. Edge and Lance Storm for sure. Christian's probably like
Christian's
10.
up there.
He's probably 10.
We've had our battles about
I
Christian.
know, but
No,
don't
I
want
think
his-
I think Christian is one of the best in-ring workers.
Joe, he was. He was completely underrated. I know we had.
You
No, I know, but
build him as one of your own.
I take it back. I take it back. I'll eat my words. But it's like, okay, so who is the top 10 best Canadians?
Bret Hart, Owen Hart.
Bret Hart's probably one. Bret Hart's probably number
I
one.
think Owen. I think Owen was better than Bret.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Controversial.
I think Owen was the better wrestler.
Alabama Slam.
Um,
Jackknife. But
Owen Hart,
do you
Bret
think so?
Hart.
I think Owen was smoother in the ring. Yeah, I think Owen was better, but I think overall, actually, yeah. Do you know what? I'm going off accomplishments.
Yeah. Owen Hart, Bret Hart,
Owen,
Lance
Bret,
Storm,
Lance Storm, Edge, Christian.
Edge, Christian.
It's 5. Jinder Mahal.
Of course.
Would you put Kenny Omega up there? Or are you
Oh,
just gonna,
definitely.
Yeah. Are you going to go
Chris
to the top?
Jericho.
Chris Jericho, absolutely. He's in the top 3. Chris Jericho's top
Chris Kenny. Then after that, you can make an argument
Chris
for a lot of
Benoit.
people. Oh, definitely Benoit.
Chris Benoit. Who else is Canadian?
Kevin Owens, Sami
Kevin
Zayn.
Owens. I put Kevin Owens in there.
Yeah.
100% would. I think by the time he retires, he would definitely be.
Sami Zayn.
I'm not sure with Sami Zayn.
Brian Pillman wasn't Canadian, was he? Or was he just in the
I
Canadian?
think he was Canadian, actually. Or was he? Was he?
I think he might have played with the Canadian Stampeders.
Brian Pillman.
I think that's why he was loved in Canada. I think he played.
He was born in.
in the-
He was born in Ohio.
Yeah, but he played in the Canadian Football League, and that's why they
Yeah.
loved him in Canada.
He's his son is wrestling Kevin Sullivan in an all holds barn,
Jeez.
which is just bizarre.
Oh, 2019 is brilliant.
Yeah, the wrestling nowadays is Kevin Sullivan. He was
Look at this. Look at this from
I thought that was going to be a destroyer.
from a big man, fucking Mike Awesome. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean he was like a legit like 6'7".
I don't know how Vince saw him and didn't see money.
I suppose at that time in 2001, there was loads who looked like him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of that look like.
And I think as well, there was a lot of damage control to be
Yeah.
done with his WCW run.
Yeah.
I think if he went to the WWF
Straight after.
straight after his ECW run, he would have done really well.
It's been a pretty fun match so far.
It has.
Pretty like good tag match. Solid. Like I missed Edge when he did that.
Yeah.
He busted out in like big moves towards the end of his career, or big matches rather. Flapjack on it. Flappy Jack. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I love the execution as well.
Was that the execution?
Yeah. Or no.
Education. There's the execution. The education. The execution was the submission. That's a really good submission.
Was it? I thought the execution was like the DDT into a sit out.
That might be it too. There was that. They're kind of.
I like this as well. Look at this.
Yeah.
Don't see that.
Yeah. The Royal Blade will do it. They're the
Yeah.
ones who do it. My God, they're so underutilized.
Roll up.
2. Nope. Oh yeah.
Like this. So you're going to see a spot here, which is going to be really cool. You don't see this in tag team wrestling anymore.
That's so silly.
Look at that.
What? I glanced.
That is why they're up
that-
there for one of the
oh,
best teams
I
of
missed
all
that.
time.
I missed the referees did this. 2!
Yeah.
They do like the bull horns. They were cool refs. What's his name? Mike Chioda still does it.
God bless Mike Chioda.
Yeah. Mike Chioda. He was a legend.
It's funny because we'll see here now later on.
That isn't. Is that Mike Chioda?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
We're going to see later on.
Spear. Oh, spear.
You know.
Who's legal? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure Lance Storm is legal. See, this is one of the issues of the Edge there. is
Yeah,
like the
and you're
chaos,
going to see it come
like.
up in the finish as well. There's going to be a bit of confusion
Super
as
kick.
the finish.
Super kick. Lance Storm is legal, as far as I know. Could be wrong though. I got lost.
Apparently, it's Edge and Mike Awesome.
Apparently, it looks that way. I'll take Kyoto's word for it. Mike Chioda.
You see here now later on when Earl Hebner wrestles Nick Patrick. Yes, that is a sentence. Here it is.
Spear.
Like-
Oh.
Like, look at Mike Chioda. He just okay. Like no.
You're not legal.
Should
Christian.
be a disqualification. But anyway,
All right then.
um,
He definitely just didn't know that was going to happen. He was definitely just like, all right then.
Edge and Christian pick up the win.
Good match though. It was interesting.
Fun match.
Interesting.
Great opener by 4 good, solid workers. You know, you
definitely.
could expect nothing less.
One of the greatest of all time, Edge, Adam Copeland.
Recently wrestled the bear. Did you see that?
In Vikings?
No, he didn't. He didn't actually wrestle the bear, but
What?
he put up a picture, and it was like outside of his house. There was like a bear in the woods, but he was taking out his trash,
Really?
and he was like staring at it down, and he stared it down eventually long enough that it walked away. And it's fucking massive.
It's funny. Black bear?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that beef. I miss Vince. I miss younger Vince.
What's he saying right now? Here comes William Regal. Go on, give us.
You see that? You see that? Look at that. Look at that Canadian beef. Wagyu beef. Oh, no. I'm the greatest of all time. Who the hell is... What? What do you mean? What do you mean there's ECW? What? I thought... What? Mike Awesome was an ECW champion. Now, Mr. William, I think... No, shut up. What? NXT? What's this you have for an idea? For a company? Go away. Get some lubricant. And slather it and spank my ass, will you? I don't know, Vince.
That was more Will Ospreay than it was William Regal.
I can't do a William Regal voice. What's next? Nick Patrick versus Earl Hebner.
Isn't it funny, right? Here we have Nick Patrick representing WCW.
I love how they give Hebner a better title. Senior official Earl Hebner.
Senior referee.
A senior referee. Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at little Nate in the background.
He should have gotten this push. Not Nick Patrick.
Yeah, by right, little Nate wrestled in WCW.
Yeah.
Like, surely they should have given him this. Look at Hebner.
And if I was to give anyone of the WWE... Mike Chioda, definitely. That guy looks like he can handle himself. Absolutely. Oh, my throat.
Look, the irony about this is that, like, he really fucking...
Straight his legs. I can't believe this is getting a video package. Tajiri. I missed the William Regal Tajiri thing. Spear!
Look at these working punches.
I heard Earl Hebner taught Roman Reigns how to spear. Yeah, I'm the best.
You also thought about cut a promo.
Yeah.
Look at little
fucking hell, he's straight right at him.
Look at that. This is...
I can't wait to see this match just to see what it is. Yeah, but Nick Patrick...
Look at him stomping a mud hole into the...
Like, remember, Nick Patrick became, like, the staple of SmackDown referees for years after that.
That's the thing, right? And here we have... I was saying the irony about this is that, like, you've Nick Patrick and Charles Robinson representing WCW, and you've Earl Hebner, the guy who they found out later on was selling knockoff t-shirts.
In the parking lot. Oh, Mickles.
Do you recently hear his story about his pitch for his Hall of Fame speech?
No.
Vince?
Maybe.
He wanted to ride off in a sleigh with Santa.
He's so obsessed with Santa. It's weird.
And Vince was like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard."
It is fucking
stupid. He said, Vince, he's like, "How would I even do that?" He's like, "Vince, I once saw you. I was like, I once wrestled a match for you where we buried the Undertaker alive. And a lightning bolt came down and struck the grave, and his hand came out. And he said, Vince, that was 1998. And if you could make that happen, then goddammit, I'm riding in a sleigh.
2013, man. But he's got such a weird obsession with
Santa, yeah.
Santa Claus.
There's some psychological... It's too many chair shots to the head. Just makes him think about Christmas 24/7.
Yeah, like... Oh, big bad heel and Patrick.
Oh, look at the posse.
The Mean Street Posse.
But, like,
Charles Robinson looks the exact same. That
Yeah,
man
he does,
hasn't,
hasn't
that man
aged.
hasn't aged.
The thing is, right, Nick Patrick seems awkward and stiff here. Charles Robinson has so much charisma.
Yeah.
That you should have been given this.
Charles Robinson's the best. Charles Robinson is a fucking G. Howard Finkel. It's the one bad thing about not having sound. We can't listen to Fink. You better call this down the middle, Mick. See, the latest episode of BTE, actually. Mick Foley was on it.
Yeah, I saw it, and he was
like-
like trying to get people to come
Yeah,
over.
everyone in the Bucks line was wearing Mick Foley shirts, and everyone in
Yeah.
Foley's line was wearing Bucks shirt. I am the nut. Dip, dip, dip. Here comes Big Earl.
Where was Dave this time?
TNA? That wasn't invented yet.
No, I think he was working there, but I just don't think he was.
TNA.
No, I think he was working with the WWE, but I just don't think he was on screen.
Here we go. Hot off the box. What is this rivalry about? Can you fill me in here?
Nick Patrick was being a corrupt referee, and I think this was about. I think the original way it stemmed was like the first night where they came together, WCW and and WWE. There was conflict because Nick Patrick wanted his spot in the dressing room,
Yeah.
and I think it was Earl Hebner's spot. Look at that.
Snap. Do you know what though? If you were to judge both companies by their referee kits,
Look, Jesus.
fucking hell. If you were to judge both companies by their referee kits, WWE were obviously going to win.
Yeah.
Like, that thing is fucking true. That white polo.
Whoa! What a bump.
That white
What?
two. That white polo is awful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Like just stick to the black and white.
I think they were just trying to be different.
Yeah, but it sucks. Just stick to the black and white.
If you look on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, it's gone now. But you'll see a young Theodore Long.
Where?
You
Is
see
he
him
reffing?
there? He's a ref. Look at him. He's gone down to the right-hand
On the
side of the
WWF
screen.
side?
Yeah. You see him there now. See
There
him in
he
the
is.
background.
I see him, yeah, I see him. Little did we know he'd become like one of the best general managers of all time.
When did he become a character?
Like
Did he like? Did he like manage Mark Henry for a while?
He
or
did, yeah.
something?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Back when he was sexual chocolate, I think.
So what's going to happen here is 5 minutes later, Charles Robinson is going to get involved, and then Theodore Long is going to come in and make it a tag team match.
Player. Or he's gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
With the Undertaker.
That's like.
See people saying, "Oh yes, go on, Hurl." See people saying that. So obviously this weekend, if you don't know, Extreme Rules is on. It's whoa, nearly blew out his knee there coming off the set. WWE's latest pay per view.
Oh, he low blowed him.
But it's fucking hell. This match is stiff. And one of the matches is Roman Reigns and The Undertaker versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. This is not a lumberjack match.
It's assault. Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, it's The Undertaker in a tag match. It's like Teddy Long's wet dream.
Yeah. Oh, Mick is sending him out.
Run here! I love that bit. Look, he's physically getting them out of there. That's a real ref. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? That like Mick Foley.
Mick just picks him up and
Get
rolls
back in
him.
the ring, you bitch. I've gone through flame tables.
Remember King of the Ring 1998? That was me.
That was me. I'm alive still.
Who refereed that match? Was it Earl?
I can't remember. I don't know. As rare, I remember referees.
Yeah.
For the one match, I always remember the referee. Spear! Spear!
1, 2.
What the fuck was that?
Did he just try to Hulk Hogan him?
I think he did.
Oh my god.
Jesus, Nick Patrick was a real heel.
He kicked out a 4.
Do you know the one match?
Earl looks like someone to have a heart attack.
Yeah. The one match I always remember the referee is Hell in a Cell 2013. Ryback versus CM Punk.
Oh, Brad Maddox.
Yeah.
I'm alright for remembering referees. It's just.
Do you know what the thing is though? That's the only match I can remember Brad Maddox ever reffing.
I think they threw him into a couple of Raws before that.
Because
and then just to disperse him.
How we didn't know that that wasn't going
he looks so out of place.
He just didn't look like a ref. I kicked out of 2. So is Mick Foley on WWE's side at this present time?
I think he's meant to be partial.
Because he was with every company.
Yeah.
But like Mick cut his teeth in ECW, made his name there. Like, it's weird that
Oh yes.
it's weird that he's not on the Alliance side. Like,
So well, yeah. Yeah, but you could say that like Jericho was on the
yeah,
WWE side.
WCW. Ah, yeah.
Good old Mick.
I love Mick Foley. Mick
Who
Foley's so good.
doesn't?
Yeah, if you don't like Mick Foley, you're fucking
the
rotten.
nicest guy
You're
in
a
wrestling.
rotten person. His daughter, on the other hand, is a bit of a weirdo. She is, though. She seems like a bit of a twat. Maybe not a twat, it's a bit harsh, but
Bang bang.
like
I really want to meet.
Attitude Era Mick Foley was fucking mwah. Jody was like feuding with Triple H.
Yeah.
That was
That night.
Choice.
That night in Madison Square Garden when he came out as Cactus Jack for the first time in WWE.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
He has
Tough enough. Let's see if we can spot anyone.
Don't know who that guy is. Who is the greatest Tough Enough product?
What the hell is this?
It's a
That
strip
was
club.
Nydia as far as I know.
Maven.
Went on to win Tough Enough. Was the Miz in this class as well?
No, he was 2004.
No.
But who's the greatest Tough Enough product?
Fuck it, I can't even remember who was in it.
Joe, because I was thinking about this the other day, and I have my own. Go skinny Michael Cole.
The Miz, probably. He was probably the most successful. I
Joe-
probably know what you're gonna say.
Who?
Velveteen Dream.
No. Mine's inaugural brawl. Oh, this is just the main event.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Jesus, it's a lopsided team, isn't it, for
Yeah.
WWE? Or F. Mine's Johnny Nitro / Morrison / Impact / Mundo.
Yeah.
He won it too.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, not like, okay, like for WWE in general, you could say is that Deborah?
Yes, it is.
What was DDP's deal in WWE?
Because DDP's such a nice guy as well.
He was just a woman beater. But because like if you were to go off just WWE, it's probably The Miz. But like overall career,
Yeah. I'd still say The Miz.
I think it's between the two of them. See who else has come out of it? Velveteen Dream,
Velveteen Dream, Mandy Rose.
Moments ago.
Cameron from the Funkadactyls. Remember,
Maven.
Austin asked her what her favourite match was, and she
Eric.
said Melina and Alicia
Yeah.
Fox.
Eric Pewter. Or Daniel Pewter.
Daniel Pewter.
He was good. He was legit.
That is Sarah, Undertaker's wife, as far as I know. What do these both women have in common?
They're both blonde.
They were both...
Banging the Undertaker.
No.
Wow, no, what?
They were both stalked by DDP.
Oh yeah, that's Deborah. I literally.
Yeah.
It's been a while since. So Deborah's in the pink.
Yeah, both married to the two biggest stars in the WWE at the time, and both are now divorced.
Yeah. So now we have O'Hare and Palumbo versus
The
APA.
ECW,
WCW.
WCW Tag Team Champions.
Is
They must have been
Chuck
shitting themselves right now.
Oh yeah, because APA had a bit of a rep.
Yeah, for beating the shit out of newcomers.
Out of anyone. Remember that beating they gave the Main Street, or the, what do they call it? Not the Main Street Posse,
The fuck, what was their name? The
what the fuck?
oh,
Two
the
words.
ECW Tag
Yeah.
Team.
Shit, what?
Fuck, I was only listening to something about them as well. Something with music.
Yeah. They were like two rappers.
What the
Two
hell?
white
How do I
guys.
not remember this?
It's Taka Michinoku.
Oh yeah,
Weird. It's been around for so long.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
That's who it
the
is.
one. Sean O'Hare.
Sean O'Hare was another guy
Yeah, look
Who-
at the body on that guy.
who was in fantastic shape.
He was big as well. He was like 6'8" or something.
Yeah, he was another guy who should have done more in the business.
Is Chuck Palumbo dead?
No, Chuck Palumbo was still alive. He has
I know
a
Sean O'Hare is, but
he has
oh,
a TV show.
was he?
He does something like he does
Holly, hardcore Holly in his jorts.
he does something like he's like a biker show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's so weird. Do you know when you read up of like guys from the Attitude Era, like mid card guys,
Yeah.
like the lower on the card, and you find out where they are now. Like some of them
Some
are
are, like-
so weird. They're like real estate agents.
Yes, but some of them be working like full time.
Yeah, no,
jobs,
some are
like-
working like jobs. Like I can't remember who it is, but some are working like real estate agencies
Yeah.
and like car dealerships. And
Yeah.
I need to find out who, but one is a FedEx driver, like literally a delivery man. I'm just saying like words now because I can't put any names to it, but
So Tony Schiavone worked in Starbucks after WCW, which is amazing.
so weird.
But he said to this day that like he didn't need the money. It was just he needed to get the fuck out the house. And he said the best job he still says to this day the best job he ever had was working in Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah,
It
he's
seems like a fun job. Seems stressful.
he said like he used to sit down because like he said what he used to love the most was he'd turn up. He was like 50, and everyone else there were like 17, 18-year-old girls. And he said like he'd love like just listening to their drama every day of them reading.
That's what he liked. How do you rate the APA? I used to love them.
Oh, they're fantastic. I think.
When I was like, because like they were a proper like popular when I first got into wrestling.
But it's amazing, right? I look at the APA separately to what I rank.
The
Like,
acolytes.
no, but what I rank like John Bradshaw Layfield and Ron Simmons. I look at them in two different careers, if you get me. Ron Simmons, first black world champion ever.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
In anything.
First black world champion ever.
Is he?
Yeah.
What, the NWA?
WCW.
Ron Simmons won the WCW World title?
Yeah, back in like 1990 or 1980.
Did he? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Did these guys have a tag team name?
No, they were just Palumbo and O'Hare.
Oh. But anyway, yeah, Ron Simmons is a guy that should have done way better in WWE.
I just think he got to a stage where...
Was it his age?
It was just his age, and I think he was more happy
to not.
Yeah.
Like the leader of the nation, the founder of the Nation of Domination, which is cool. Like that brought us The Rock.
Yeah.
So
and Mark Henry.
And Mark Henry.
To a lesser extent, but
and The Godfather to an even lesser extent. And D'Lo Brown. But like I mean, you have to, yeah. I mean, Farouk is. I love Farouk. It's good for an old backstage pop up every now and again.
Damn.
I couldn't
believe wasn't he? He turned up at WrestleMania this year, didn't he?
He turns it up so often. It's kind of hard to.
But they did like a segment last year or WrestleMania this year. The one just gone. I think he did something where you're just like, damn.
So weird.
He was making a good living just by that word.
3 years later, that man in the ring there would be WWE champion.
Yeah.
If you don't know who we're talking about, it's JBL. Or Bradshaw.
And it's amazing because right now he's a big brooding Texan.
Yeah.
And 3 years later he'd be a chicken shit New Yorker.
Still is. You know what though? He was good at his job.
Oh, fantastic!
Good old that's
what you want about him as a person.
Arguably the best clothesline of all time.
Yeah, I would say the best clothesline of all time. Damn.
I remember I watched the 2001 Royal Rumble, and there's a part in it where both members of the APA, or was it just Farouk? There might have been a point where both members of the APA were in the ring, and they had to like wrestle.
Oh yeah.
And I remember popping hard for that when I was younger. Or else it was the Hardy Boys.
It was the Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys opened up.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble 2001.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah. That was like.
And Matt eliminated Jeff, I think.
Because that was the first pay-per-view I ever watched.
Matt eliminated Jeff and also eliminated himself at the same time.
Yeah. Because they couldn't have. Yeah. Do you remember when Sean O'Hare nearly got that really big singles push on SmackDown?
Nearly. How did he nearly get it?
Because he died. Didn't he?
No, he didn't die during his run.
Didn't he?
No.
Remember when he was the Devil's Advocate?
Yeah. That just kind of faded.
No.
He didn't die.
That could have been really good. Because it's such a unique idea for a gimmick.
Yeah.
I know how it would, it's great for vignettes and whatever, but I don't know how it would have worked. Like,
you could say the same about Firefly Funhouse at the moment.
No, that would be great. Shut up.
I don't know.
Hasn't been on TV in 3 weeks. Losing my mind.
Yeah.
I really miss it.
Yeah. I think he might pop up this Sunday.
I don't want him to.
And he'll make his debut down at SummerSlam.
Do you know what I saw someone theorize?
What?
Is, you know how Cesaro knocked on Aleister Black's door?
Yeah.
And we're getting Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
Yeah.
That the match will be about to start, and then like someone else will come out, like Buddy Murphy or something, and then like claiming that he knocked on the door and that he wants a fight, and then like someone else will come out, like, I don't know, fucking Ali or something will come out, and then he'll want to fight, and then like they'll all get interrupted by the Firefly Funhouse, and then like Bray Wyatt like will do something like to like he'll show up and just take them all out.
No, maybe.
I don't know. I don't want him. I'm glad that he's not Black's opponent because I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Not yet. Like build that to Mania or something.
Because it meant Aleister Black was either losing his debut match
or Bray Wyatt
Bray
was
was
coming
losing.
back on a loss.
Yeah.
Like, which
Neither of them
if
put
I
it
had to
forward.
pick one, I'd pick Bray to win.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't want it.
I don't want to do that. I'm glad it's Cesaro because I think it's going to be an excellent match.
Because I love Aleister Black as
I
well.
love Aleister Black so much. I think the match with Cesaro is going to be a barn burner. If it's given like
Yeah.
10 minutes, it could still be really good. And like
Cesaro will make one thing. Cesaro will do, he'll make him look really, really
yeah, and like Cesaro can eat the loss. Like I know people want him to get pushed,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, but
Oh.
Jesus,
That was stiff. You know Ron Simmons is going to beat the shit out of
yeah,
him.
Jesus though, two tough blokes. The APA. And it wasn't for years I found out what the APA stood for.
Acolyte Protection Agency.
Yeah, no idea what it meant.
Gee, like, Sean
His
O'Hare
foot
had
was
a really
really
good look, but he was green as fuck. You can just tell.
Yeah, really
Even
good
the way he
swanton,
shoved fucking
Really
Farouk into the ring there.
Really good swanton.
Oh yeah.
In fairness to him. For a big dude like.
Stop.
Chuck Palumbo. How many tag partners has Chuck Palumbo had?
It was just Billy Gunn after this, wasn't it?
Was he part of Deuce and Domino? Was he one of them?
No. I know why you'd think that. But
Someone who
no.
looked like him.
No, that was like Jimmy Snuka's son, remember?
Oh yeah, it was, yeah. Whoa.
He went down way too early for that.
Whoa.
Big knee.
Stiff AF.
You know, Bradshaw's getting horny at the time. Fucking clotheslining this green motherfucker.
Yeah, no, yeah. This green horn. Whoa! What was that?
It was like a modified spine
That was
buster.
just, I don't know what that was.
Oh, look at him. He's winding up now.
With bated breath. He's like, God, it's so warm.
Get there. Oh! It's amazing when you look at it. It's even more amazing when you look at his run as JBL.
Yeah.
But like, he's deceptively massive.
JBL.
He's like 6'9".
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
He's big man.
But he just never looked at as JBL.
He's a legit like Wall Street guy, isn't he? Like proper.
Oh yeah, he's apparently he used to have like a thing on CNN.
Did he?
He used to have a segment on CNN and then it got cut because
He's JBL.
no, he did something with the WWE.
Oh, right.
He like, what was it again? He did something on a house show.
Was it like
I get mixed up. It was something.
I don't. It was Jericho
Kicked the Brazilian flag.
I know he did something. It was like Mexico.
Oh, it was in.
Oh yeah.
He was in Germany and he started doing the Heil Hitler stuff.
That's it. Yeah. Clothesline from hell. That's your match. Yeah, wasn't as good as the opener.
Oh, still
Yeah,
decent.
Decent.
There's a lot of multi-mans in this.
They needed to get a lot on. Damn.
Damn, son. Damn.
I'm
So there you have
back. So far, it's 3-0 for the WWE. keeping
And apparently they weren't burying
again. Boom! Get hit with a truck. I love how he used to like wind it up on the run.
Yeah.
But yeah, JBL Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
WWE champion. There is the greatest.
What's he
of all.
saying now?
So in 9 years, I can't think what.
Me and you, Chris.
We're gonna be together forever.
We're gonna be best friends. And then.
So wait a minute, you're Canadian?
What the hell's a Hangman Page?
So I think you're the most elite of all the guys who work here.
I don't work here, Vince.
Don't know why that's relevant.
So you see, Vince,
So,
I'm gonna
Vince,
I'm
I
gonna
was
trick you
thinking
into being your best friend.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me all this money, and I'm gonna go to Japan.
I'm gonna get multiple. Oh God, Japan? No, never go there.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go.
Kenny Omega, Adam Page, Okada, all guys I would never ever wrestle.
And then I'm gonna pretend to be friends with Tony Khan, and I'll
Yeah.
do the same to him.
Same to him. And next thing I'm gonna sign with MLW. No, we'll see it coming. You gotta think like that, Vince. Vince, like I learned everything.
And then I'll be booked for Starcast, and then I won't turn up.
And then I'll be pulled by you for some reason.
Joe, he didn't turn up to his booking at Starcast.
Well, you just be heel like that.
It was the Sunday after after Double or Nothing. It was the day after he had like a scheduled appearance for it. And apparently he didn't turn up, and apparently the reason was he was just too hungover.
So it's Jericho reason ever. I love Jericho.
He also claims that if he ever gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, he won't turn up.
Why?
Because that's what Axl Rose did when he got inducted into the
Cool.
Rock and Roll Hall
We'll
of Fame.
see. Ew, Chris Jericho's tiny penis. Paul Heyman just in the background.
So just tell me, Billy, how did you get Tori Wilson?
God damn it, Billy.
So, here it is, Billy.
Right,
I'm the best in the world.
Yeah. So, Billy, you gotta do that. You know that move that you do? I do it better.
Allow me, sir.
What the hell are you doing, Billy?
You see, I'm going to run
Brock
Raw.
Lesnar.
And you're going to be the one getting me coffee, because you work backstage too.
I forget that, actually, that he works there, so. The WCW Cruiserweight Champion. William Kidman.
You see Shane.
Heyman's ponytail, I miss it so much. So this is Kidman versus
X-Pac.
Oh, no,
A-Train.
X Factor.
Oh.
Albert. Yeah.
By the way, X-Pac, probably the most underrated person in the business.
He's so good. So young.
Yeah.
So weird. Because he got in like when he was like 19 or something. Don't ask me to do the Vince McMahon voice anymore. My voice hurts so much.
You signed a contract.
Gotta work on Christmas.
Oh, bringing back the Brock Lesnar. Jim Heyman watched it backstage. It was like,
Joe, be better if a 6'4"
gorilla
shaves gorilla did that. Come get some. So, and then Vince saw that and goes, that would be a good slogan for
you.
One Jonathan Cena.
He's like sitting backstage and like, hey, you, prototype.
Shooting, stamp, press. Billy Kidman.
He's another guy that should have had a bigger role. I think we're saying that about everyone who's come over from WCW right now. But he should have had a bigger role.
Billy Kidman wasn't that great.
He was a fantastic wrestler.
He was okay. Like, he was good, but he wasn't, like, nothing special about him. Like, he was very bland, like, no character.
One of the very few people, he's in an elite list, you know that?
What?
He's one of the very few people to beat Hulk Hogan on national TV.
Is he?
Yeah. He beat him on the WCW, he rolled him up.
I remember that. X-Pac, you dick.
So X-Pac is a light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, remember that belt.
And Kidman is the cruiserweight champion?
Of WCW, yeah. WWE didn't have a cruiserweight title as of this time. So this is post DX X-Pac. Still really good in the ring, though. You forget that he was the 1-2-3 kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fantastic in the ring.
Such a crap name, though.
The 1-2-3 kid?
1-2-3 kid.
Yeah, but it fit the time.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Early 90s. Do you think he won't go in on his own, will he, into the Hall of Fame, X-Pac?
No.
Yeah.
I think he has his Hall of Fame ring
Yeah,
now.
he has it now.
Look at that surfboard. See, he is actually fantastic.
Yeah, he's so good. I love X Pac. I love hearing him speak and shit. He's really smart.
Yeah. Really intelligent guy.
I love when he showed up and take over with his dog. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
His dog was just like had his tongue out with the whole time.
That's because the dog has like half a paralyzed face.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not funny.
It's anything with a dog is funny.
It's a very athletic match.
Tis a work.
Oh.
Yeah. Come get some.
Drop to a hole. It's amazing that Benoit didn't have a bigger role in the invasion either. You think if they were going to have anyone turn to the Alliance, Chris Benoit would have been prime candidate for that.
Yeah. Whoa, that was cool.
Because Eddie Guerrero was gone from the company at this time.
Where did he go?
He was fired for a year for failing a drugs test.
Oh yeah.
And he went around on the Indies and came back.
Yeah,
But,
it's New Japan stuff.
But so I understand why he wasn't in it. But like it would just make a lot of sense for Benoit to be more heavily involved in this, but he's not. Make more sense than what we're going to see at the end of the show with Austin turning.
What? Spoiler. Just waiting for the first WCW win.
Be waiting a long time.
Whoa,
up and over.
Ouchie.
He hit the ground hard.
Ouchie. I really forgot that he worked for Pizza.
Billy Kidman.
Yeah.
So does Jamie Noble.
Mm-hmm.
And Finlay. Don't forget Finlay.
Never forget. Sean Waltman. He was gone within a year of this.
Sean Waltman?
Yeah.
Was he?
Pretty sure he was, because he was on the first TNA pay-per-view, which was in 2002.
You're thinking of Scott Hall. He wasn't. Scott Hall was.
Sean Waltman was there.
No, he was there in the early stages.
I know Scott Hall was too.
Because I watched a video of like everyone who was on the first ever TNA pay-per-view. He wasn't.
Oh, I know.
He was. I know he was there very early on.
Yeah, but it still was. I'm pretty sure it was still within a year.
Yeah.
TNA
was like where wrestlers who had bad drug issues went to
make money.
Jeez.
Prostitute themselves to get more drugs.
There's never been a company more notorious with that though. Like they've never blatantly drug tested.
Where? In TNA?
TNA. Like Kurt Angle fails a drug test with WWE.
Gets signed with TNA.
Leaves, signs with TNA. X-Pac has his issues while he's working in TNA. Victory Road 2011, Jeff Hardy wanders out into the ring while on drugs.
While on copious narcotics.
X-Pac claims that he wrestled AJ Styles on a TNA pay-per-view while he was on crack.
Respect.
That's not respect. Don't encourage that.
Nah, obviously not. But yeah, I believe it. X-Pac is a crazy dude.
Yeah, crazy dude with crazy wonderings.
It's mad that him and Triple H are still friends.
Triple H put him through rehab, sure.
Yeah.
Triple H paid for him.
It's like after he made a sex tape with his ex.
Well, that was his girlfriend at the time. What's more amazing is like Raw Dogg used to talk some amount of shit when he was in TNA about Triple H. And saying how much of a cunt he was and all that.
Friends, like,
and now he's like, he went to the Hall of Fame with him. He works for him.
He's this little bitch. Called him little bitch.
There another one. Road Dogg wrestling TNA when he was going through his drug problem.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, another one.
Was he on drugs?
Drink whenever he...
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
1, 2... Oh. thought they were finally going to get on the board.
Nah, he didn't hit a shooting star press. I'm not even that big of a fan of his shooting star press, to be honest. Billy Kittens. It's okay, like it's just it looks very slow. I know what it is about it.
It's like Brock's.
Brock's is better because he's huge.
Yeah.
You big cheater.
See, I don't get that, right? This WWE are being portrayed as the face, and then X-Pac as being the heel.
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's a weird dynamic, because Billy Kidman's obviously being the
Doesn't
face
make
here.
sense, like.
Oh. X-Factor.
X-Factor, yeah.
2.
Beats him with his own finisher.
Oh! Into an X-Factor from the top rope.
2. No.
Kick out.
But that's his finisher. And I miss you. Oh, Bronco Buster.
Gonna tear his asshole again.
Oh,
it's
that's
even worse.
illegal. Oh, here we go. Big old shooting star presseroo.
What is that referee's name? He's worked with the company for years. Oh. See, the thing is with the shooting star press, it's really dangerous to take.
WC, is it?
Well, it's like, you don't know where the guy's going to land.
True.
It's the same with Ricochet and all the flips he does. Like, the more flips you do, the more uncontrollable you're going to be in your landing.
Yeah.
Billy Kidman picks up the win finally.
WCW get a win. Yeah, but like, what's it called? That fucks up his knees.
Yeah. He always slanted to the side, didn't he?
Just or something, yeah. Like Billy Kidman's 630.
Yes.
Woohoo! Oh, DDP. Let's do some yoga, guys.
Have you had back pain? Because the doctors told me when I was 43.
Was DDP on drugs at one point?
No, I don't think so. He was always kind of more of a straight guy.
Scott Hall, there's one. He's another guy.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So the doctors told me 5 years ago that
I couldn't be a wrestler.
I'd never wrestle again. So I started doing yoga, and I became WCW World Champion for 3 times. And here I am, stalking people's wives.
Steph in her fucking 90s.
I'm gonna stalk you, Steph.
Yeah. That'll cut her. Bang.
Oh my god.
Stacey and Tori. Both look as good today.
Yeah.
Bizarrely. Well,
Tori
it's
Wilson.
definitely Stacey. Tori, you could argue.
No.
Yeah, Attitude Era.
Jesus.
Yeah, Attitude Era. I don't know. I can touch my toes, I guess.
Look at my long legs.
I can do stretches.
She was going out with George Clooney for a while.
Stacey Keebler?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I don't know.
That's cool.
It's definitely cool. I'd go with George Clooney. He's a cool guy. Seems like a... Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Woohoo. Lesbians. Oh my god.
Pollen.
Oh my god. Oh, here we go.
Oh, speak of the devil.
How? We never
We spoke about him earlier.
Yeah, about an hour ago. Cool guy.
Whose side is he on?
ECF and W. ECW,
right, yeah.
obviously. Raven. He was so cool. Well, ECW Raven was.
Apparently he's meant to be really intelligent.
Yeah.
You know, like, people have said like that when they used to ride with him, he used to just be in the back reading a dictionary to come up with more words.
Okay, there's being intelligent, there's being a fucking nerd. Like, being a fucking loser.
It's amazing because, like, his gimmick is all about anarchy and all that, and he's just be in the back
yeah.
reading a dictionary.
Talk about living your gimmick.
Oh my god, did you listen to JR's podcast this week? No.
Nope.
He did. He was telling a story.
Who's wrestling?
No, it actually wasn't JR's podcast. It was
William
Regal.
This is a weird combo.
Yeah.
Commissioner Regal. Well, it's probably not like William Regal's probably one of the best technical wrestlers.
It's
of all
just
time as well.
weird. Like they're just two different sides of the playing
Yeah.
field. But JR told a story once where Vince was doing. He was driving and like in the car with Vince, and Vince was doing 80 in like a 55 zone, and he got pulled over, and he said, "Turn off the car," and he just goes, "JR, I'm gonna need you to do something." JR was like,
"This is not going to be good."
JR was like, "What?" And this was like just as they pulled over. He's like, "Put on your hat." JR was like, "What?" And he's like, "Put your hat on." So like JR put on his hat, and he said, "Vince." Rolled down the window. And he went proper into his commentator voice. It's like, "Hello, officer. I'm Vince McMahon. And this is good old JR." He's like, "We're from Monday Night Raw." He's like,
Living the gimmick.
he said he got out of a ticket because he just kept going, "But that's good old JR."
What a maneuver! Oh yeah.
See, William Regal was another guy who could have turned in this. You know, like you're coming up with people who could.
Yeah, he was a WCW
Yeah.
guy. Do you remember when he beat the shit out of Goldberg?
He didn't beat the shit out of Goldberg. He just made him look stupid.
Out wrestled him, like yeah. Pin that boy. Pin him in the face.
William Regal, one of
He's
the best
class.
technicians ever.
Love William Regal. I wish he got a world title, right?
When I always think William Regal, I always go back to that promo he did on Triple H.
So good.
That was like the highlight of his career. It was probably the height of his WWE run.
Nah.
That or when
Currently,
he.
he's NXT general manager.
Well, yeah, but like in his in-ring career.
No.
That or when he won King of the Ring. He was very good when he won King of the Ring.
Yeah, that was like when it felt like they were going to do it. And did he get injured? Is that what happened?
I can't remember.
I think he got injured. But he's probably the best general manager in the biz.
Yeah.
I would say currently working, he's the best general manager. He makes the most sense. Isn't seen too much, but and when he is seen, it makes sense.
It's like the modern day Jack Tunney, isn't he?
Better than Jack Tunney. He's like the modern day
Maharaja.
No, obviously not. I remember being younger and thinking, like, Joe, that little tattoo he has in his arm, being like you see now.
Does he have a tattoo?
On his left arm. It's on his forearm. He put his hand down now.
I never ever knew.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
I remember thinking.
Look at that hillbilly in the front.
That's man ZZ. Do you remember man ZZ?
Oh, yeah, it actually looked like him.
Yeah. It wasn't. He was like, I don't think he was born yet. But
I don't want to wrestle gators. That's what he was like, remember?
Yeah. But I remember being younger. John, like William Regal's gimmick, like at the time, was like classy and like man's man and all this kind of stuff. Like
he's a real man's man.
Yeah, but I remember being like that tattoo looks so out of place.
Yeah. Yeah, I never noticed it until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
Raven.
Another guy who had to go to TNA to win his first world title. Or not was it his first world title?
No, he won the ECW, surely.
The NWA title.
Remember he lost a hair match in ECW and it was like the most gruesome thing ever.
No.
Remember, like, he lost, like...
Oh, yeah. Great technical wrestling.
He lost the hair match, but it was like a hardcore hair match. So, like, he was all busted open at the end of it, and they used, like, a sheep shaver to cut his hair, so it, like, literally scalped him. Like, it was fucking grim. It was like the early days of TNA.
TNA or ECW?
TNA.
Right.
What a bump.
It's like a good complement of styles.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, when Regal's cool guy.
Oh, roll up.
Out wrestle the wrestler.
Oh. See, why didn't they do anything with Raven? They never really did anything with Raven. They never tried.
He could have been.
cult.
I thought he was so cool. When
Yeah.
he was ECW and stuff. Like from what I mean, I wasn't around to see it.
He holds the record for the most belt wins in WWE history.
Hardcore title, yeah.
Yeah, he won it like 57 times or something.
It's not 57. It's like 23. It's like it's up there. No, the Crash Holly's not win more.
No, but I'm on about accumulative belts.
I'll
He's won the most belts in WWE history.
I'll check. Destroyer. Our pile drivers are allowed this time, aren't they?
Oh my god!
Yes, Stephen. Technical wrestling.
Oh Jesus!
Crap. That's what happens when you wrestle in jorts.
John Cena sucks. Jorts were like the in thing at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're
like,
still in. Well, not
Austin wrestled in them from time to time. Saw Bob Holly.
Yeah. They were there. They were in.
By the way, right before this pay-per-view was when we got the infamous "I need the old Stone Cold."
Yeah. Was that after this?
No, this was before it.
Was that after he turned?
No, it was before it. It was because they were getting their ass kicked by WCW, and what was going to turn around was Austin.
Let's see, Raven in WWE was a 27-time WWE Hardcore Champion. That's all he won.
Yeah, 27 belts.
I suppose if you combine his ECW and WCW stuff as well, like
yeah,
he won 3 titles in WCW.
Did he win the world title?
No, he was 1-time light heavyweight champ, 1-time United States champ, 1-time tag champ. And in ECW, he was 2-time world champ and 4-time tag champ. So 36 belts altogether.
Oh, he gets the win here.
Oh, Taz interfered.
Oh, we completely missed that.
Wasn't looking at reading. So that's 3-2 now to thing.
The thing.
To the you know yourself. The one. That thing.
So WCW making a comeback here.
Mm-hmm. Slowly but surely.
WCW is actually
angry.
Does he have the best facials in wrestling?
Yeah, those punches are really good. You're the
best
pure striker in the world.
Best pure striker in the world and the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Look how big those two guys are. They're hardly that big. Vince is surely they're surely on that.
Near 7 foot, both of them. Vince was like 6'3".
Fuck, they're big dudes. Big boys.
Let me tell you, Kane.
Kane, look at the Premier.
You're gonna
have Knoxville in the Premier.
You're gonna mayor and you're gonna do a lot of illegal activities for me.
Fucking hell.
Kane. And then Undertaker. I'm
What
gonna
is
need
he doing?
you to go to Saudi Arabia.
Where is he punching? Who is he punching now? That is nothing.
I'm gonna need you to go to Saudi Arabia. And I'm gonna need you to get rid of this wife because I have a woman for you.
Boy, do I have
and
she's a school teacher.
And you're gonna create a super baby who's gonna be in the
Oh
center.
crap.
What did you say about my wife?
You rest in
peace. I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. Goldberg nearly kills me the last time.
Oh, I'm slightly aroused.
Oh.
I have a motor. Where did the beer?
See, another one.
Sounds like Cartman.
If you could advocate for anyone,
what is he? What is that arrow pointing to?
But like, if you could advocate for anyone to be on WCW's side right now, it's the Big Show.
Yeah,
he's
the
Giant.
He is. Or is he?
No, it was a WWF logo came up on him.
Ah, for fuck's sake. They muddled this so
badly.
Do you remember that segment? What I watched recently? Do you remember when Big Show was in the NWO?
Yeah.
When he was the Giant?
Yeah.
And do you remember when he had a smoke break in the middle of a match?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Who smoked in the ring?
Yeah.
Paul White. Really heavy there, wasn't he?
Yeah. But he had, nothing beats 2007 Big Show.
Yeah, ECW.
He was a big boy then.
I was comparing him to now.
DDP? Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh.
The
They're
one,
teaming together.
the one Billy Gunn.
Or is this match just an all WWE match?
Nah, they're sure team together.
Mr. Ass.
He's had so many nicknames. Smoking
one.
Gun. Another huge dude.
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7".
Something like that, yeah, something bizarre.
I'm a nice man.
Yeah, we're friends. Ooh. All elite. All elite. Cause I'm a nice man.
AEW.
AEW. Who's he wrestling?
Who's this? A-Train?
It's X-Factor. Yeah, it's Albert. I don't think he was A-Train by now.
Was he not? Was he still Prince Albert?
He was Albert, yeah. IC champion Albert. Yeah, Albert.
So this is a 6-man tag, is it?
Yeah, it must be.
Who
Who would have knew that he would have been that he is now the head coach of NXT?
Who would have known he'd been so big in Japan?
Yeah, did he win the IWGP title?
I think so. Yeah,
I don't think he did.
must have. Did
I
he
don't
not?
think he did. Check there. I'm fairly sure he did.
What did he go under?
Giant Bernard.
Giant Bernard. He also taught Finn Balor how to drive.
Yeah. Was that Dusty Rhodes?
No, it was
They're
Albert.
wrestling. Who is that? Oh, that's your man Stasiak, is it?
Oh, Sean Stasiak.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Sean
So
Stasiak.
weird. Shout out to Sean Stasiak, Hugh Morris, and Chris Canyon. Oh, Chris Canyon. Who the fuck is Hugh Morris?
He was,
Oh, that's the guy. That's Bill DeMott.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what his name was? He wasn't Hugh Morris in WCW.
Dirty heel bastards. What?
You know what his name was in WCW?
I can't remember.
Hugh G. Rection.
Yeah, never that. Hugh
Because
G.
Vince Russo.
Look at the power!
Nice.
The power on display here. Big Show had tough. Yeah, fucking power.
Well,
It big the
the big man tonight.
He's had so many wrestler names. Matt Bloom. A-Train, Albert, Baldo, Giant Bernard.
What the fuck was Baldo?
I don't know. Giant Bernard, Jason Albert, Lord Tensai, Matt Bloom, Prince Albert, Russia Rose, Sweet Tea, and Tensai.
Remember when he was Sweet Tea?
Yeah.
Do you remember he went to WWE? He
No,
went
he
back
went-
to WWE and became a monster.
Yeah,
For like
Tensai,
3 weeks
yeah.
and then
Cena
Cena.
beat him, yeah. It was
Yeah.
the most underwhelming thing ever. I remember watching that on TV and being like, oh yeah. Well, that was there.
I watched it live. I watched his
Yeah, I did
debut
too.
live.
I watched it as well. I remember being like,
It was the night after Rock beat Cena.
yeah, but I remember it was like the end of the summer where Cena beat him. And,
Yeah.
and it was
Oh, was that trying to be a Canadian
I
destroyer?
don't know what that was trying to be. Oh, look
Oh.
at that core strength. Yes, Billy Gunn. Yeah, he never won the world title in New Japan.
Oh,
He won the tag titles twice with Carl Anderson.
interesting.
Yeah, as they were a tag team called Bad Intentions.
Anyway.
And he's the first Gaijin winner to win the New Japan Cup.
Oh.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, when he was Tensai. I remember Cena being it, because I remember being like, oh, they're surely building up like Tensai to be like this big mega heel, like. And then when he just lost, I was like, well, that's shit. That's
Yeah.
underwhelming.
See, this was the
So racist though.
that was the year Cena ruined everything.
Yeah, 2012 was a dark year.
Cena lost to Rock, and it literally
And after that-
fucked the company for an entire year
Yeah,
because
very much.
Brock came back, immediately lost to Cena.
Yeah, that was so
It took Brock so long to rebuild back into that. The Tensai's push just stopped.
The whole John Laurinaitis feud.
The whole John Laurinaitis feud, and then
He just negated CM Punk's WWE Championship reign.
yeah, CM Punk ended up leaving the company because he didn't headline WrestleMania. Was
Yeah.
one of the reasons.
Like, and if you check, what's it called? Every single pay-per-view they were both on, Cena was headlining over him in
Yeah.
some form. There was one of them. Do you remember No Way Out 2012?
Was that when he wrestled Dolph Ziggler? No.
No. So so we had CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship on that show, and the main event was John Cena versus The Big Show in a steel cage match with stipulation that if Big Show lost, John Laurinaitis would be fired. That
But see, you know what I never got about that, right? Was that the whole build up then to Rock and Cena was about the disastrous years Cena had.
yeah, but he didn't.
But like,
Yeah.
if you were going to
That's
tell that
great.
story and you knew you were going to tell that story
Tag
a
team.
year in advance,
Build him up, the bastard.
why did he have to beat Brock? Because they never mentioned that he beat Brock. Remember,
Yeah, I know.
it was like in the
But, like,
vignettes, it was just showing him getting beat
But
up by
the
Brock.
thing is,
but,
he
like,
had a relatively successful year.
yeah,
He's never won the world title in like that year. Build him up, the fucking frick. We've got two really mean coaches in the ring right now.
who are the really mean coaches?
Billy Gunn and Bill DeMott.
Why is Billy Gunn a mean coach?
Do you remember on Tough Enough as well?
Yeah, but they're all supposed to be like that.
I know,
Tough
yeah.
enough, like
No, I'm
that's
just
just
saying.
tough enough.
Yeah, he's probably just a really good coach.
A lot of these,
What is going on?
3 of these people in the ring.
Mecca.
have-
Bill DeMott is legal, you fucking idiot. Get out of the ring.
3 of these people in the ring have one time or another been one of the main coaches in NXT. Matt Bloom.
Yeah, Bill DeMott, Matt Bloom, and
Billy
Billy
Gunn.
Gunn. Yeah.
And Billy Gunn.
Is the match over?
Yeah, Bill DeMott won.
Oh yeah, Big Show was
Because
so
they
good.
couldn't get a win, they had to just fall over and win.
Yeah.
Because WCW couldn't get
Win.
on level terms in the right way.
Look at that. That is fucking cool. Big Show in his prime was class. Do you remember when he used to do moonsaults in WCW?
Yeah, you quickly was told stop that though.
Yeah, because you'll kill a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more time.
Triple power bomb.
Ooh ah. Who was in the ring? Who's that guy?
Dan.
Who is that? Oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that was like one of his finishers?
Was it?
It was one of his seldom used finishers. It was like a backwards powerbomb. I remember when he came back in 2009, he was in a feud with Cena. I remember it was they had a match at it was Extreme Rules 2009. It was John Cena versus The Big Show in a submission match. And I remember he busted out that move. It's like he used to use that, and he used to the Cobra Clutch, not the Cobra Clutch, the Camel Clutch, but he used to call it the Colossal Clutch.
Oh.
And it was so weird. He like went through this period where he like changed his finisher.
Shining up that belt.
He's the US champion as well. Booker T is great. I love fucking Booker T. I love his little twitches.
Ducky, quack, quack.
If you don't love Booker T, you're a sad person.
Oh yeah.
You gotta love Booker T.
Can you dig that?
Soccer.
Here we go, Shane.
Do you remember when he returned in the 2012 Royal Rumble? It was class.
Yeah.
And do you remember the new Nexus were like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Booker T.
So I'm gonna run a show in Houston Wrestling.
So yeah, that's still going.
And
Reality
your
is
father,
wrestling.
Shane, is gonna pull me from Starcast. Now can you dig that?
Soccer. 2 cool belts. I like those belts. What a fuck off, Shane.
Because we're gonna get hyped up.
Like,
And I'm gonna lose to The Rock at SummerSlam.
cheery.
I must guard the teapot. Or Chris Jericho will pee in it.
Yeah. Did you not see that, Jerry? Oh, is he wrestling Taz?
But he was ECW as well.
Yeah, I know. He'd cut his teeth in ECW. That's when he was at his best. Do you remember when he was in the Cruiserweight Classic and he was unreal? And
Yeah.
everyone thought he was going to get one more run. Remember that?
They did sign him, but he got injured.
They did sign him, didn't they? He was
Yeah,
meant to
and
come
he
back on SmackDown.
And he
wasn't
got injured.
Such a shame.
He blew his ACL or something like that and they didn't renew his contract.
Nah, that's mean. I suppose he was like 48 or something.
Yeah.
Can you
Who's
dig
that jumping out the sky?
Alright,
Who's
Mysterio.
this?
It's Tails.
It's gotta be Taz.
I miss Taz when he was good.
Yeah. For like that 2 weeks in WWE.
Yeah. Like he was so cool. His debut was unreal.
Yeah, and then everything after that was
Everything
just
after that was just
pretty bad.
crap. Such a small man. He's so short.
He handed Kurt Angle his first loss in WWE.
Yeah.
His first loss in wrestling.
So weird, isn't it?
Mm.
Tails.
You said that like Cleveland. from
Tails.
Family Guy.
Donna. I think Tails.
Yeah.
You got Brown.
The Japanese buzzsaw.
This would be a good match, surely.
It's because they wrestled each other like a million
A
times.
billion times, yeah. This is a match straight out of ECW. Tajiri will saw through Taz.
We're definitely going to see this match
Yeah.
next week on Raw.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ah!
Okay, because that was never going to end
Yeah.
properly. Ooh. What is Taz's gear? What is that meant to be?
It's like a jumpsuit,
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
like a boiler suit or something. Wacha! It's like, whoa, moonsault. I forgot he used to do that. To be honest.
Yeah.
I just love the tarantula. Someone should bring that back.
Green mist.
And the mist, yeah. Mist is always cool. I love a good misting in wrestling.
In wrestling.
Just quickly clear that up.
Yeah, someone should bring this tarantula back.
Someone, like, who's Japanese in WWE right now.
That is so racist. It doesn't. Why does it have to be Japanese?
Because, like, that's how I'm thinking, like, Vince. Asuka will bring it back or something.
You.
Nakamura. See, Nakamura and Finn Balor had, like, a really good match.
That's
on SmackDown.
Nakamura won.
Yeah, beat him clean as well. But Nakamura, it looked like the Nakamura of old.
Yeah.
It just sets up him versus Finn for the IC title. Probably not. It won't be.
I'd love to see Paul Heyman in his first meeting with Vince, like evaluating what he's done to all these.
Apparently,
Why? What did you do to Nakamura?
Apparently, Vince has admitted that Raw needs to change. That like stuff needs to change.
Well, yeah.
Which is a good thing to hear. It's reassuring. Whoa. Stunner. So we've got Taekwondo versus Judo.
Oh. The hair pull ref.
Yeah, ref, get in there. Taz was like the OG Samoa Joe.
Yeah. His promos were incredible in ECW
Taz.
as well. Yeah.
His feud with Sabu was class.
That was. It's one of the best feuds in wrestling history. Like that time when they weren't allowed to touch each other for a year.
So good.
And like that time, I like the pay per view before they wrestled, when the lights go out and they come back on, and it's just the two of them in the ring, and they run at each other, and just as they're about to hit each other, the lights go off.
Yeah, so cool.
Oh my god!
Fucking that is
Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
No, it
he's
was how to tell a story.
God, I hope we get that. I hope in a year's time, like we're at that level. With Raw.
But he did an interview recently about just before he got the job with Kenny McIntosh, and he said that like he was on about his creative process, and he says that he always starts with the end. So it's like, what are we getting to? And then we'll be like, how we get there.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And that's something they've been missing for a very, very long time.
Like, yeah, like we've said it loads of times that like WWE just seem to do it week to week and not know where they're going.
But see, the thing is, right? Like, they've just been very disorganized in the last year or so. It's been very weird. It's been very weird. Like, they've been all over the place.
Yeah, I know. It's
like
strange.
Joe Batista said, like 4 weeks or 5 weeks before his match at Mania, he still hadn't been contacted.
Really?
It was only he was contacted like then like 2 nights before the he did the thing with Ric Flair.
See, he wanted it to be a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let him because they can't have a Hell in a Cell match outside of Hell in a Cell unless it's The Undertaker.
Well, I would have been okay though, because like I think the Hell in a Cell match,
it was good either way.
But they shouldn't. They're better off not doing a Hell in a Cell match because they've had a Hell in a Cell match and it was brutal. So there's no way they're gonna top that.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, their Hell in a Cell match was class.
Yeah, they had a barbed wire steel chair and
fire.
It ended with a Batista bomb on a steel steps.
Was there fire in that?
No, I don't think so.
Joe, I'm sad. No, Joe made me sad.
What?
Is Joe WWE put up like stuff on their Instagram of like just little snippets or whatever. Like I said, Extreme Rules this weekend, and they put up a thing of like, what is your favorite Extreme Rules weapon? And like the options were like a steel chair, steel steps, a kendo stick. What were the other? There was 6. There was a steel chair, steel steps, kendo stick. a table, I think. Yeah, a table.
Oh, here it is.
It's so dumb.
Because
Like,
you can never win a match with it.
yeah, like you can only hold it for max
Yeah.
4 seconds. Like, how much damage is he really going to put in?
You just said in the same time
They should bring it
period
back
that
then.
they should bring it back and be
No, I
like,
mean,
it's so
cool.
dumb.
It's cool, but it doesn't make sense, really.
Oh.
It was tables and one other one, but the one that made me sad was a fire extinguisher. I'm
When
like,
has that been used in the last?
it's been used. Like, it's used sparingly.
Yeah,
The last time it was actually used was in NXT with Gargano and Ciampa.
yeah, but NXT doesn't count.
Well, WWE were counting it. Oh, suplex.
Did you see what Jericho said about his feud with Dean Ambrose?
Yeah,
Like he said it on his podcast, I think that when WWE
that is a DQ.
he
Miss,
Oh!
miss,
it's like a fountain.
buzzer. The ref doesn't see the mist. Like,
He doesn't see the green ooze.
who's the guy with the best mist?
It's a Jerry.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Muda, Great Muda,
Yeah,
Bushi.
but
Well,
Jericho said that like he felt like the Ambrose feud wasn't getting anywhere, and he said he then like he said that it was very hard. The crowd weren't really reacting to it and stuff, and then he said the one moment where it happened.
Chapel.
He's wrestling Rob Van Dam on this card, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But he said that the one time they got something that the crowd reacted to was when Jericho hit him with the pot plant
Yeah.
on fucking
The Dean Ambrose show thing.
yeah, and everyone was like,
Talk show, I can't
like,
remember what it's called.
it
Ambrose
looked-
Asylum, was that what
it
was
looked brutal.
There he is! RVD! Van Daminator! Don't... Just do me a favour and cash this chair.
He said it looked brutal, and he said like it was the most heat they've had in the whole thing, and he was like, I couldn't wait to get to Raw next week and build to it. And he said then all of a sudden he saw on like Instagram that one of the writers had named the potted plant Mitch.
Yeah.
So like he was like, so instead of everyone being like that was so cool, like or so brutal and all that,
Or Holly. Yeah.
it was
Mitch.
instead
Alright,
turned into a
Mitch.
comedy act because it was Dean Ambrose.
Wacky Dean.
Yeah.
You're wearing a WCW shirt, you motherfucker.
You know what I'm gonna do?
This is...
I'm gonna be a coach on Tough Enough,
This
and I'm gonna beat up a guy,
This is... Jesus Christ.
and I'm gonna be a B League NASCAR driver, and I'm gonna get thrown out.
Yeah. This
Do you know that he was
Yeah,
he was in the NASCAR driver and he was thrown out for attacking the ref.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So funny. One of a kind.
Hey.
Wrestled this weekend. Last weekend gone, sorry.
With who?
Wrestled Moose on Slammiversary.
Ah,
Moose! He looks okay.
Still looks good, Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, I mean,
You see his Instagram
it
lately?
was no.
It's hilarious. He's like, he put
Moose!
up a video a couple of weeks back, and it was like, people come up to me and say, "I'm so sorry for your divorce," and this is me. I hear like, and it was like him at a pool party, just him in like a hot tub with like 8 supermodels. Like,
But yeah, he wrestled this week. That was the other guy. Rob Van Dam was the other ECW legend that I forgot to.
oh yeah,
He wrestled this weekend against Moose at Slammiversary. Lost, which is the good call. But it was actually an alright match. Wasn't too bad. Do you know what I saw actually the fun. It was so stupid, but it was so funny. It was a meme, and it was like every time when my electricity bill comes, please don't be high, and then it's my electricity bill, a picture of
yeah.
current hardcore champion Jeff Hardy, current 24/7 champion.
Is he injured?
Writing on the wall.
Is he injured right now, Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, currently. Yeah. I think what's wrong with him again? I think he blew his knee.
No.
Oh, he broke his leg. That's cool.
Oof. They always had really good
This is
matches.
already a really good match. This is good.
They had a really good ladder match once as well.
Yeah, they did for the IC title, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, did we watch that? Was that part of one of our reviews? I think it
Could've been.
was.
You know what I watched recently, and it's just
This
as
is
good.
This is already
Yeah.
good. This is already.
But it's just as good as what I remember. I watched Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy in the ladder
Yeah.
match in Raw.
That was
That's
making the rounds.
amazing.
It was probably like the anniversary of it.
Yeah.
That was making the rounds. Such a good match. Make yourself famous.
It was one of the best, most underrated lines JR
Yeah.
ever gave. Climb the ladder, kid, make yourself famous.
Such a good match too. Is it? No, it's not. I was going to say it's the only ladder match Undertaker's ever been in, but he was in that one with Edge when he was like he was forced to Stinger City there.
Owie.
Watch that. Watch this. Oh no, he just didn't. Okay.
You're in way over your head. Who do you got more sex on the road, Jeff Hardy or Rob Van Dam?
Jeff. Jeff still gets like swoons when he takes off his shirt in matches. Like, look at Jeff. He's a heartthrob. Drugged out one, but who wasn't? Oh, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was a good sequence.
That's why they love him so much, because they think they can change him.
Because he's dangerous.
What were his pants? Were they jeans?
Yeah, they're like I don't know.
Cargo
I can't begin to explain. Rolling Thunder. I love this movie.
Oh,
I used to do that in like PE and stuff, like on mats when I was younger.
I got Batista bombed in PE once.
Did you?
It was the most painful experience of my life.
Joe, it was the most hardcore experience of my life.
What?
Do you remember the Planet?
Yeah.
Joe, they had a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
Do you remember there was the slide?
Yeah.
I was at a birthday party once, and we used to always do like Wild Rumble. And
Yeah,
stuff.
we used to always do it as well.
I once gave a fellow in my class a swanton bomb off that slide. The most hardcore thing I've ever done.
Easy done. Easy done. This is a load of like kids just around the fucking bouncy castle, like smashing glass plates off each other. Easy dub.
Well, I remember I was hardcore, man. I used to do fucking moves to the outside and everything.
I used to as well.
I used to full on leg drop like to the outside. I think I did a leg drop off the ladder too, or off the slide. I have to go back now and see how tight it is now, and see like.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This is stupid.
It's oh Jesus
Christ!
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Look at him laughing.
He's like, that was cool.
That was close.
That was awesome.
They killed someone.
I remember before. Do you remember how his whole
easy dub?
Do you know how his whole thing was kind of sort of based off Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
I remember my uncle told me before that he was Jean-Claude Van Damme's nephew, and I believed it for years. I was like,
he actually does look like Jean-Claude Van Damme, though.
He could get away with it. And I remember I saw.
My nipples were so cold I started talking to me.
That is the weirdest line.
Yeah.
I remember it was only till I saw like Jean-Claude Van Damme get like credited in like a movie or a TV show, and I saw the way his name was spelt. I was like, hold on a second now.
Because they couldn't spell it the same way, because copyright.
Yeah, I was like, hold on a second.
Easy dub. Easy dub.
Imagine Jeff Hardy in ECW.
If you don't go to an ECW show and almost get assaulted.
Not have a viable claim. Are you really gone to an ECW show? Can you imagine like Jeff Hardy in his prime prime ECW?
Yeah.
What could have been?
He would have killed himself.
He would have died.
Yeah.
He would have been dead. Where was Sabu at this time? Like, where was like all the ECW originals, like Dreamer and Sandman and Sabu?
Dreamer was here.
Was he?
Yeah, Dreamer was with WWE.
Suplex.
They're
just willy nilly hitting.
Look at that girl patting him on the ass.
Yeah, sexual assault.
Yeah.
I love this move. They're kind of spinny leg drop.
That's the thing, right?
Whatcha?
Like, there's so much being made at the moment about the whole Scarlett Bordeaux thing. Or something
the Attitude Era was like.
But like, imagine if someone was draped over like that, and some guy just came over.
Slash in the bum. Oh, it's a false Canadian match, evidently.
Oof.
I did. That's the funny thing about watching with no sound. Oh, it's for the hardcore title. Why is the ref just carrying it around with him?
What was this ref's name again?
I remember him, but
Jimmy Carderas, is it?
I remember he grew. Remember he grew a goatee.
Yeah, I think it was Jimmy Carderas is his name.
Yeah. This arena is packed. 17,000 there. Who is? RVD's clearly not the face because he attacked Jeff's brother with a chair before this match. Or is he? I really can't.
I don't
tell.
know.
Really can't tell. They're both loved anyway. It's hard for either of them to be healed.
Oh, sunset flip
Oh
powerbomb.
Christ Almighty!
Oh!
Ow! That probably hurt a lot.
How much weed do you think it took to fix that?
All of it.
Look at Jeff.
That's the thing.
Got any shit under there? Got
Okay,
any buds?
This is obviously a hardcore match, yeah. Of course. Ladderoo. It's so like hard for either of these guys to be heels. They can't be like. Do you remember when they turned Jeff heel and it would be for like a month and it was so bad. That is a big ass.
I don't even remember that.
He did. It's when him and Matt were split up like for the first time, and they turned Jeff heel, and it was so crap. It was so bad. They literally turned him back within like 2 months.
Rob Van Dam can be a decent heel when he wants to be.
I can't ever remember him. Where is he going?
ECW he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Come back here, Jeff.
Like at the time, remember when he
that
was...
That ladder is unsteady.
When he like...
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Oh no. Look at Jeff. Jeff's like...
Oh shit!
How do I not die here?
No, Rob, stop!
Rob!
Ah!
Oh my god!
Ah!
It wasn't Jeff Hardy match in 2001 if he didn't have a near-death
Yeah,
experience.
Yeah, it wasn't that. You full on. You didn't experience Jeff. Did we see Jeff Hardy wrestle? No, he didn't. He wasn't back when. Was he?
He was.
He was on Raw though. Or we went to Raw. He was on SmackDown.
Oh, we saw Matt.
We saw Matt. Yeah. The old gold brown chairs. Is it really the Attitude Era if they don't have brown chairs?
Era.
Going to delete him.
Rob Van
Mr.
Dam.
Pay-Per-View. Mr. 5-star.
Mr. Monday Night.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus.
Ow.
Hell.
Bushed him open. Burst him. Jeff's had so many different hairstyles.
Yeah. His hair must be fucked.
Yeah, he must have had the most unhealthiest hair.
Him or did you ever see Joe Peter Wright, the darts player?
Yeah, oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
Nothing writing. Joe, it's class as well. Joe and Jeff Hardy wins his first. Oh yeah! Is that the Van Daminator?
Jesus,
Or is
yeah.
that the Van Terminator? The Van Terminator is the coast to coast thing, isn't it? I
Yeah.
remember them. But
That's definitely the Van Daminator.
yeah.
I just thought the Van Terminator was just that without the chair, and that was the Van Daminator.
No, the Van Terminator is when he does like a coast to coast with the chair.
He does the Shane McMahon move.
Yeah. Or else he holds the chair and puts it in front of his legs.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That's cool.
That's when he really wants to hurt you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Joe was a really cool moment actually. Joe and Jeff won his first WWE title. Remember Armageddon? When he beat Edge
unbelievable.
and Triple H. And was JR commentating at the
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
Jeff Hardy just realised the dream of a lifetime
Yeah,
was
that
alive.
was class. That's such a good moment. And I seen the writings on the wall.
Oof.
Ow.
You're in way over your head. You burn things that you said.
Such a good song. He should have brought that back when he.
Is he bust open there?
Hard to tell with the die. Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
There's blood on his sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Oh, fuck hell, just kicked him in the face.
Here it
Oh, I
is.
think he's going for a jab. Well, that's a version of it.
Oh,
That's a version of it. Doesn't Jeff look like a young Raven?
yeah. You could have definitely done an angle there where they're brothers.
Arabian moonsault.
Like,
Oh. Oh, that's not an Arabian moonsault. Arabian
split
moonsaults-
leg of moonsault.
Yeah, the Arabian ones when you do it off like the middle, like just.
Oh!
Planted.
No one ever takes a DDT better than RVD.
Yeah, or an RKO.
Yeah. How does he do it without hurting himself?
He probably does hurt himself.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm surprised. I'm actually really shocked he hasn't like fully retired yet.
He's
Like, what's-
limited his schedule very much.
Like, what's the
so.
story with his eyes? Isn't he like blind, like legally blind?
He's not legally blind, but like the WWE won't clear him.
He full on just Germaned him. That's like the first time I've ever seen Jeff Hardy do a German
Yeah.
suplex, or a suplex for that matter.
Do you think there's room in AEW for Rob Van Dam?
I think he's a liability.
Really?
I think you have to learn from WWE in some ways. Like, so, like if WWE won't clear, I think it would be, you know.
Yeah, but
AEW's
this is
best
also the
interest.
company that didn't clear Daniel Bryan.
I know, but like,
And I would imagine Daniel Bryan was more serious than.
But no, well, like, I mean, the argument's there because, like, Rob Van Dam is older. He's obviously had a way more hellacious career. And, like the thing with Daniel Bryan is he was younger, he was in the prime of his career, and he got cleared by several other doctors.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously the argument with RVD is he's getting cleared by other companies, but, like, I'd rather be I wouldn't. Oh, yes, sir. I love that, sir. 5-star frog splash. But if I was AEW, I wouldn't sign him.
Interesting.
He just won. He's new hardcore champion RVD. First title change.
Turn into the mic to pick
Alright.
up.
First title change of the night was Robert Van
It was the first
Dam.
title match of the night.
Is that true, actually? Yeah. Now, the next people AEW should sign are LAX and Johnny Impact.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Impact will definitely go.
Do you reckon?
Because, I'll tell you why. Because he's already been to WWE and stuff. And, like, obviously that means that, like, there's probably a door open for him if he wants to come back. But I think that he knows what he can, he's not, he probably won't get pushed if he goes back. Like, I bet you he'll be limited to, like, the Shelton Benjamin role.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I think, he is a good commodity to have. Like, he is a world champion. So I think he's had his career at WWE, like former IC champion, former tag champ. You know, has had multiple moments. So I think, I think he should go. LAX on the other hand, I think could go either way.
Yeah. What about Taya Valkyrie?
She's still the Knockouts champion.
So she's still signed
She's
with.
still signed, yeah. Oh, and the other reason I think Impact will sign with AEW is the relationship with AAA,
Yeah.
because he's like a regular for them as well.
Here he is.
Oh, it's tight score, isn't it? Actually,
Yeah, tight scores now.
here he is, Goofy Kurt, or is he Goofy at this stage?
Kind of.
He didn't get ungoofy until he shaved his head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All his goofiness was in his hair.
So Kurt,
What do you gotta do with it? I can't do it, boys.
you won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. But that's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to WCW.
I'm gonna break their necks.
Because
They're freaking.
I made the video package and I compared them to Joseph Stalin. Because that's what they were.
I was like, oh my god,
They're a cancer.
you're fucking my daughter. Broken freaking neck. You know what's so weird about TNA? Is that they were founded in 2002 and didn't incept their own world title until 2006.
Yeah.
Only saying that because Kurt Angle was the first TNA champion.
Yeah. It's
bizarrely.
amazing.
Spent more time in TNA than. Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson versus Lita and Trish Stratus in a bra and panties tag match. Yeah!
and who's going to be the special guest ref for this?
Big Mick.
Fitting for this.
Big Mickey.
Big Mickey. I'm gonna take a bathroom break
Why?
to prepare
A
myself.
bathroom break, eh?
Yes.
Shower break, probably. Yeah, you dirty dog. Oh, I was getting a video package. Ah, yeah. The Attitude Era. So good. For God's sakes. Oh, man. Obviously, something that WWE improved on over time was their treatment of women's wrestlers. Bar Lita and Trish, they actually had like really good matches back in the day. It's so weird. This whole rivalry is over the Hardy Boys. And it's like, every woman in this match has made out with the Hardy Boys, basically. And like, no one is saying anything about the Hardy Boys kissing these multiple women.
Yeah.
And like, it's the women's fault somehow. Obviously, the in-ring credentials are very heavily weighted in WWE's direction here.
Do you know what? The thing is, right? When like last year's Hall of Fame, a lot of people complained about Tori Wilson going in, and she ended up giving probably the best speech of the night.
I think I mean,
2 days after her father died as well,
yeah,
by the
it's
way.
a shame. I mean, I'm not against her going in. I mean,
No, I think she deserves it.
she probably does, yeah.
Chris Jericho said it best that like anyone who's willing to leave their home and leave their family and go on the road night in, night out
Yeah,
deserves to go into the Hall of Fame.
What's it? Actually, see,
What t-shirt is he wearing there?
the same one he wore in the other match. You see, actually, the Young Bucks did their interview with Chris Van Vliet, and they said they revealed like so much, and they revealed how close they actually were to signing with WWE.
Oh yeah.
And they said that them and Kenny were all together at one point, and I think they were all after losing, and they were like, I guess we're all going to be at WWE, so they kind of like, they actually made the assumption. I can't remember how long ago it was,
It's amazing.
but one thing that they actually even got, and they said that WWE actually offered them limited schedules to get them
Oh really?
to get them in, because they said that was one of their biggest issues, was like that they have young families and they wouldn't have seen their kids as much.
Yeah.
So WWE were like, we'll give you a limited schedule, but the limited schedule was they'd be home 2 days a week, and they like Matt and Nick said like that's still not enough. Like
Yeah.
to only see my kids 2 days a week is crazy. Like, you know.
No,
So.
I don't get this, right? She's flirting with Mick.
Yeah. It doesn't. He has nothing to do.
Yeah,
with this.
what's he gonna do? Go over and rip Trish clothes off?
Imagine.
Because that wouldn't be a lawsuit. No way.
I love the line actually that Tori gave in her Hall of Fame speech, and she was like a big part of a lot of people's puberty.
Yeah.
That was such a good line.
People have argued that from the original like crop of people that WWE inherited from purchasing WCW, that Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler were probably two of the most valuable to the company.
Well, they got the eyes of a lot of young men on it.
But yeah, and not only that, they got a lot of money from Tori Wilson doing Playboy.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff like that. She made a lot of money for that company later on. Obviously a lot of people here that you could argue obviously Booker T. But other than that, a lot of these people were flops. Where Tori
Yeah.
Wilson and Stacey Keebler stuck around.
Yeah, they were around for ages. I want to see puppies.
No.
Oh God, I don't.
2001.
There's stuff that you don't miss about the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Like, imagine doing this today.
you couldn't get away with this
You
today.
get sued to your eyeballs. You'd lose everything. Scarlett Bordeaux gets away with it because she does it
But she doesn't do it to this extent.
tastefully,
Yeah.
as tasteful as you can get. Plus, they're like she's like the only one who does it too. It's a niche.
And that's her gimmick.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's-
at this time
yeah.
to succeed as a women's wrestler, you have to do this stuff.
You have to be overtly sexual.
Yeah. Here comes Lita. A woman
Is
of...
Lita's in the Hall of Fame, isn't she? She is.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, oh, okay. Okay. Come on. Come on now.
Who's the best wrestler of these four?
Lita.
Yeah. Who's the worst?
Wilson.
You reckon?
It's between Wilson and Keebler.
I'd say Keebler.
Maybe it's probably Keebler. I don't know. It's hard. Like, I mean,
Trish got better as she towards the end of her career.
Trish
She
was
had really
crap
good,
when she was first in. She was
Yeah.
shite.
but she did get really good.
Yeah, she did.
And that's a credit to Fit
And
Finlay.
her what's it called? Her chemistry with Lita was just like
Yeah,
outstanding.
and she had a lot of good matches with Mickey James too.
Yeah, she did. Mickey James Rivalry was so good. Isn't it such a breath of fresh air? Like watching this and then watching like the women's wrestling of today.
Yeah,
It's so good today. Like it's actually, and not just like in WWE, like everywhere. Like Tessa Blanchard just headlined Slammiversary.
yeah.
And it was actually a really good match too with Sami Callihan in an intergender match. And intergender wrestling isn't my cup of tea. Really, I'm not that for it. It's just I'm not a big fan, you know. But it was actually a really good match in fairness. So I think Tessa Blanchard is the best women's wrestler on the planet.
You reckon?
I think she is, yeah. She's like
I'd like
TNA should Impact should lock her down because like she is a commodity to anywhere.
She's up there. I'd argue Charlotte
Charlotte's up there too, yeah. I think Charlotte
for natural athlete.
I think week to week it changes, like, you know, like week to week it changes.
I think Charlotte's a better promo.
I think Tessa can be a bit goofy
Yeah,
because I remember I watched her mime the lyrics to her own theme song one time. So, like,
and there it goes.
there goes the top for Miss Keebler.
It's very aggressive.
Why is she hiding? Like, you're a Playboy model.
Yeah, but she never went for Playboy.
Aren't you?
That was the whole thing. Eric Bischoff talked her out of it. Talked
yeah.
her out of it.
That's right, yeah.
Which, fuck him.
Joe, they don't get. Why don't she just chop? Just fucking lace in the chops. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Blanchard. Like, do you remember the match, the feud she had with Gail Kim?
Yeah,
Do you remember when she beat Gail Kim?
yeah.
There's during the match, she's talking. She's taunting Gail Kim after beating her, and she says like she starts miming the lyrics to her song, to her theme song at Gail Kim. It's weird.
She's still a bit green on the mic and stuff. You forget that she's only been in the business like 3 years.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think she's already top 5 best wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
top 3 best women's wrestlers.
Who would you think if you were to give a top 5 women's wrestlers at the moment?
Charlotte, Tessa Blanchard. This is not in order. This is just,
Becky
Lynch. Do you know what? Like, she's top 5. Yeah, she's definitely top 5. But like, she can go drastically down as well.
Yeah, but
she
the
deserves to be.
The thing is,
she's booked terribly.
She's booked terribly.
She's been booked terribly since.
But she's still
winning the title.
Yeah, but she still was probably at a point in time probably the hottest women's wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
As in crowd reaction sense.
100%. She was the hottest wrestler at one point.
But as in of all time, I reckon. I don't think no woman at the height of Becky Lynch last year, let's say, no women got a reaction like Becky Lynch did.
Yeah, it's true. Becky Lynch
Pulling the hair.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's fucking vicious.
Who else is there? I'm trying to think of like NXT. Shayna Baszler, for my money, she's up there.
I know. I think her matches are too repetitive.
I just think she's an excellent heel. Is there pins in this match? Oh no, there's not. I'm so confused. I shouldn't be, but I am.
It's pretty straightforward. No, Baszler's matches are too repetitive because
Is Asuka up there now? Io Shirai, she's up there.
yeah, don't see enough of her.
Since she turned heel, she's already class. I know. So how do
and
you
there
win?
you have it.
How do you win? Do
I
both
think
members?
yeah, both members.
Is
We're gonna get
Wilson
the,
eliminated now, or is she
Yeah.
still in the match?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think we're
I'm
gonna
so
get the
confused.
finish here now because Lita's
So
going.
confused.
Lita's gonna go for the moonsault and oh,
Happy. Yeah.
and there you have
Yeah,
it.
there's the win. There's the finisher route. Humiliated. What wouldn't shock me is if Trish and Lita just take their pants off anyway.
Yeah,
Just to,
that never made any sense when they used to do that.
like, you can see fucking Lita's anyway.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I think it's Charlotte, Tessa, Becky.
Then other than that, there's like Britt Baker would be up there.
Britt's probably up there.
But
Well, she probably will be in the next few months. She'll probably skyrocket.
yeah, then there's like 10 or 15 that you could swap in and out depending on how they're being used.
Bailey and Alexa Bliss are are up there. I think.
Sasha Banks is still there.
See, because of the break, she's gone from it. I think.
Yeah.
Like if she was still
Look at
consistently
Mick.
wrestling.
Mick's such a nice guy.
Kyrie Sane would be up there if she wrestled more. Asuka would be up there if she was booked correctly.
Ronda Rousey is up there.
Not anymore, she's not.
That's because she's not wrestling, but when she wrestles.
No, yeah, when she was,
What I'm saying,
yeah.
when she's wrestled.
Yeah. You see, she's actually gone from the WWE inactive wrestlers list.
Active wrestlers
No,
list?
inactive.
She's gone from inactive wrestlers?
Yeah, she's no longer listed as inactive.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. SummerSlam, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. Does she have a baby yet? For God's sakes.
So we gotta get you all together.
Did you watch her 365 actually?
W. Alexa Bliss's?
No,
Ronda doesn't have a 365. She had a 24 documentary.
24?
Yeah, I didn't watch it though.
It's good.
Is it?
I watched it. Yeah, it's good.
I'll have to watch it.
But then it's so weird when she talks about her relationship with Travis Brown. It's so weird because it's like she goes on about like how
You have to come closer, Mike.
sorry. It goes like it comes up to like it goes up until she loses at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
And then it goes like, oh, I'm going on an impregnation vacation, and you're like, oh my god, it's so weird.
She is. She's really strange.
They're so yeah.
Look at Vince.
She is a weirdo, like, but she's cool. But she's a weirdo.
Is Vince wearing a different suit?
No, it's the same.
Oh. Let me tell you, Austin. Me
You're
and
the
you
best.
always didn't get along.
No, but you're the best.
And somewhere down the line, after this, I'm gonna ask you to
To
job
job
to Brock
To
Lesnar,
Brock.
and you're gonna run away and take your ball and go home.
Does
And
he-
I'm gonna fine you $250,000
Do you think
if
he-
you come back.
Do you think he should have jobbed to him?
He says he did. He should have. So
Just don't go says
yeah, he says his
he
biggest
admits he was
regret.
wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, like, what was the issue? Like, just because there was no story.
Well, and it was on Raw. He feels like that match could have been a pay-per-view match, and it probably should have been.
It should have been.
And it was an unannounced match for Raw as well. They didn't announce it, and it was
Yeah,
just happened.
it's such a big match too. Like,
Yeah.
especially in hindsight. Shame, but
I
that
know.
infamous turtleneck. Also, it's main event time.
Is this main event time already?
Yeah, this is a very sharp. This is when pay per views. That looks like AJ Styles.
This
is when pay-per-view-
Mike Awesome.
Yeah, this is when pay per views were sub 4 hours long. Like the the scissor kick.
This was the night that
the old Stone Cold.
this was the night that made Sting decide not that he didn't want to go to WWE. You know that.
Right.
Because he gets to a point, wasn't they were in negotiations at this time, and he said that one his contract was coming up, like, but
He's a
he's
dreamer.
yeah, but he said that
he was always worried about if Vince would use him correctly, and he said what happened was he watched Booker T's debut and he said if this goes well, I'll sign. And he said there was a point where Booker T, like they do that thing with The Rock where like they're back up and they don't see each other, and then they back up and they touch backs and turn, and they touch backs and turn, and The Rock says, "Who are you?" And he said that's when he knew that they were just gonna bury all the talent. Like.
Yeah.
This is it,
The old Stone Cold, yeah.
Austin.
But like, what was
Is
wrong?
that, you remember this
Oh,
when
he was
he's
weird.
He was like,
He was weird, huggy Vince. Yeah. This is when he came out with the pool cues.
that's it. Yeah, it was when he meets him at the bar. Remember?
Yeah.
This was a fantastic promo.
Yeah.
It's a pity it ends up the way it ends
fucking
up.
hell, Stone Cold was the coolest guy.
Yeah.
You forget how fucking great he was. Like, I was always a Rock guy, but like, fucking hell, Stone Cold was class.
Here's a question: would Stone Cold be as fondly remembered if it wasn't for Jim Ross? Because you look at all these things and like,
I don't think Stone Cold would have been as fondly remembered if there was no Vince McMahon.
well, yeah, you could obviously argue that, but like, I think you associate Jim Ross with all these big moments, like when he jumped the Zamboni there, like all I could remember hearing is like Tyson Austin, Tyson Austin.
Yeah. A bar with no one in it. And the WWE title.
Vince,
I love you.
I don't got it anymore, Vince.
Steve, I love you.
Don't leave me.
How long after this did The Rock come back?
He was back for SummerSlam. He was back before that.
I don't know.
Did he wrestle at Survivor Series? This
Yeah,
year?
he was in that tag match.
That 6-man tag.
No, the elimination one.
Yeah, the 6-man tag.
Yeah,
Or the
10-man.
10-man.
The Undertaker. Oh, there,
The
yeah. The pool cues.
Undertaker.
He gets the pool cues and just beats the shit out of the entire locker room.
It's brilliant. They bring in Freddie Blassie. Look at this for nostalgia.
Like, I just want to know why he's in a bar.
That's the
with no
best,
one.
one of the best segments in Raw
That's so
history.
good, yeah. And then the glass breaks, and you're like,
You just see him coming.
he's walking.
He's talking, yeah. He's hitting anything that by God moves.
Goosebumps.
Unbelievable. It's a shame that he turns.
Yeah, it is.
It's so shit that he turns. They just did it for shock value, like.
Yeah, this is just for literally no reason. Because he wrestled in ECW for like 10 days.
See what's so strange is right. This is July.
Yeah.
And he turned heel in April
Yeah.
at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
And he's back being a face again.
Yeah, because
Like that heel run was so sharp.
Because they realized like, oh, shit, it was.
Yeah.
Like how it was just dumb. Why turn your top ABS heel with no reason
In his hometown.
in his hometown in the main event of WrestleMania? Like you can argue it like if he had been champion for like a year, and like Punk. Do you remember when they turned Punk?
Yeah,
heel
yeah.
Because like he's been champion for so long, you have to do something.
Yeah. But see, like the thing is as
Here
well.
comes the money.
People, if you watch that crowd back, right, people genuinely think that it's Vince turning face, not Austin turning heel.
Yeah. Soul is devil. WCW ownership. Okay, babe. I hardly knew ye.
Here comes the money. You know what was baffling as well, right?
What?
The gap between this pay-per-view and the conclusion of this.
Yeah.
People like it was November when WCW finally loses to the WWE. What did they do in between then? Yeah.
Just meshed.
I'm all grown up now. Is that her song in this time?
I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is the Queen down where the kings bow down. Nim, 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 nim.
Good Paul Heyman.
See, they'll be announcing a new show actually.
What is it?
It's called Fight Like a Girl, and it's like it's not gonna be on the network. Well, it might be on the network, but it's on like this new streaming platform called Quibi, and it's so Stephanie McMahon is the star. So basically, it actually sounds like a fairly good show. Like I mean, like uplifting. Like it's Stephanie and like WWE superstars go around, like women go around to young girls who like suffer from like, you know, anxiety and depression and like all these kind of things, and like they from their own experiences help them like do stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like that they go around and just like help girls and stuff.
Interesting.
I don't know if they help them in wrestling or something or what, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No chance. Guess what they done got? Such a good song.
Yeah, it's iconic.
What's brilliant is when the crowd sing it.
Yeah. I remember, was what WrestleMania was the Raw after WrestleMania?
It was the one Shane beat Undertaker. Or Shane lost Undertaker and
32.
still got control.
32.
32, yeah.
That was class.
No chance at all.
That was unreal.
And he's like, exactly the same chance that my son Shane.
Definitely not a scripted line. Definitely just him going, yeah. Dudleys.
See, this is not a smart move by Vince, right? Like, Shane and all them came out, and now come the Dudleys. Why would he come in between them?
Yeah, no. That means the Dudleys were just waiting against Gorilla.
I don't know if this was the actual ECW Dudley boys that have the microphone out and being like, you're all faggots. Here's the mother who taught her daughter how to suck dick. Do you ever see those promos when he come out like he always cause riots?
I love Bubba Ray though. I'm still such a fan of like Bully Ray. Devon not so much. Even though I like Devon too.
See, recently Tommy Dreamer told a story about WrestleMania 17.
Is that what he wanted to kill Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Was that
crazy.
legit? Did he want to actually
he said that,
murder him?
He said that it's always been known that Paul Heyman wasn't there when ECW closed.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer was the one who shut its doors. Paul Heyman left before.
I'm sorry, no, but as I said, this is weird as well. They're coming out like, okay, so WCW guys come out, and now we're getting the Brothers of Destruction, or as in ECW guys. So like, I don't know continue. I'm just saying that doesn't.
But and what happened was like Tommy Dreamer had lent some of his own money and some of his parents' money to Paul Heyman to keep ECW alive, and then Paul Heyman left ECW before it shut its doors. So all the debt fell on Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
So he said like he was in such debt, and it got to a stage where like he was in such debt that he considered going to WrestleMania 17, getting a front row ticket, and shooting Paul Heyman in the head and killing himself there.
Fucking hell.
Imagine. That would kill wrestling. Like,
imagine that happened, yeah. Christ, thank God, Tommy. Oh yeah, throw your shapes, take a boy. Such a fucking dork.
Fuck you, Mark.
Fucking Mark. No, yeah, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
I suppose they're different entrances.
The Man Beast.
The human cube.
Yeah, like what shape would you describe him as?
Cube.
Look at Heyman.
I love his
Gore.
Joe was so shit as well actually about Joe, we ran in on Slamversary.
Yeah.
Joe was so shit about it. Obviously it was Rhino, right? And like everyone knew. And Joe, he hit the gore. And like Josh Matthews on commentary was like, Spear! 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 And you're just like, oh, shut up. I fucking hate Josh Matthews.
He's such a dork.
He's so stupid. Like, no way Don Callis just doesn't fucking fire him.
Come on. This is amazing. His entrance.
Chris Jericho's the best. Is Chris Jericho in the top 3 greatest wrestlers of all time?
You could certainly make the argument.
I think he is. For me,
Longevity, yes.
for me, he's up there. He's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. If I were to cite my inspirations.
Do you see the debate online at the moment about who drew more money? Like, who brought in more box office money, Chris Jericho or Randy Savage?
No, I didn't see this debate.
Meltzer says it's Randy Savage.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tend to agree. Because,
Well,
yes...
Meltzer just loves old shit, like.
Yeah, but, like, a lot of people are saying... Like, Mike Johnson came out and said it's Randy Savage. A lot of people... But, like, Jericho...
I think it's probably Randy Savage. If I had to pick one.
But see, Randy Savage...
If I had to guess, I mean, I don't know the numbers.
But how long did Randy Savage stay on top? When he got to the top?
5 or 6
Yeah,
years.
how long is
Well, like,
Chris Jericho
when did he
been on
win? When did like so?
So let's say if WrestleMania 5 was
When he won the
first time-
title, are you counting from then? When
Yeah,
Savage
but
won the
like
title?
when he drew money, when he started headlining shows.
Yeah,
But see, the thing is as well, the debate is
is he gonna get the fire? Yeah,
this was also the 80s, and
yeah. Like that's why I think that. Like, that's the only reason I'd give it to him.
but see, the debate then is like at that time. It just mattered if Hulk Hogan was main eventing. Hulk Hogan would wrestle the Genius and it would sell out.
Yeah,
Like it didn't matter. So did Macho Man draw that money or was it
no.
Hogan?
So yeah, you gotta. But like that, you could argue the same for Jericho. Like
See, I don't know.
is Jericho drawing this, or is it the whole?
No, but
storyline, like,
he's like 2008 his run with Shawn Michaels. He definitely people were
Yeah,
paying to see him get his ass kicked. Like I think he's had a longer run on top. The Tokyo Dome in Japan.
Joe's bizarre now as well. Booker T is obviously the face of WCW, of the Invasion angle, right? He's the champion. He has 2 belts, and Diamond Dallas Page is coming out last for them. Like what?
I suppose he has to kidnap someone.
Yeah. That's probably why. He's probably held up.
Kurt Angle turns as well, doesn't he?
That was at the Survivor Series match.
No, he turns back at Survivor Series.
Does he?
Yeah.
This whole story thing is just so.
He turns on him. He wrestles for WCW in that match and then turns back to him.
Zero reason. There's like he was one of the few people who had literally.
He was an original WWE.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even know what WCW was.
He was one person who should have consistently stayed with WWE.
Bang.
Like you can argue for Stone Cold because he was with ECW for a bit and WCW.
But see then like especially with WCW.
Oh shit! Here we go.
He hated WCW.
We haven't even gotten through all the entrances. It's already breaking down.
We're out of time. We hear fucking Tony
Here he
Schiavone.
comes. Ding, ding.
See, that is excellent.
Yeah,
The way they did that.
the way they cut to Vince.
No, just the way like that they had the brawl break out first, then have the glass shatter.
Yeah, Stone Cold come up because it always works better when shit's going down.
Yeah.
Do you think he could have one more run?
Austin.
Yeah. Do you think he could?
I think he'd have one more match.
Yeah,
I think he could.
I think he could too. I don't know if I want to see it though.
See, his moveset was always limited enough that he'd be able to do
When
it.
he became Stone Cold,
Yeah.
Which is like what we want to see, obviously.
It's amazing that he like all the amazing moments, but like when you think of it, he didn't have that short of a run on top.
Like he was champion. Like when did he win his first title?
WrestleMania 14.
Which was 94.
On WrestleMania 19, he retired. He was gone a year.
I know. That was WrestleMania 14. We're in 35 now, so 21 years ago was 98.
Yeah.
So 1998. Hardly.
Yeah. He retired at WrestleMania 19.
17 was 2001, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So 1998 he wins his first world title. and then retired at WrestleMania 19 in 2000.
And he also took a year out
in 2003. So
because he didn't wrestle at WrestleMania 2000.
yeah. So what? Like, it's literally like.
Because you could
It's 4 years.
You could argue here, like he starts to decline from now.
Yeah.
Because he wrestled Scott Hall at WrestleMania 18. It's not a headlining match. He wrestles The Rock at WrestleMania 19 then.
Yeah.
But he leaves soon after WrestleMania 18 anyway. So like you can argue now is probably where he's starting to wind down as a main event. So like that is what?
This is his last run as champion.
Could be. But see, that's the thing, like 3 years is what he got out on top.
4.
4 years, let's say, give or take.
Like 4, yeah, 4 as like the face of the company.
Which is just amazing because
yeah, when you put it in hindsight and you're like, when you talk about like how he was, but people call him the biggest star in wrestling history.
Yeah, and he only had
4 years.
4 main event years.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously we mean like he was wrestler for way longer, but we're saying like as like the top guy at WWE.
Yeah. It's amazing when you think of it. Like,
do you know a fun fact?
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was the WWE champion when I was born. Did you ever do that? Did you ever check who was champion when you were born?
No, I didn't.
Stone Cold was champion when I was born. Do you want me to check yours?
Yeah, I do.
It's probably Stone Cold.
Probably Austin, yeah.
Can you dig that sucker? October. I know. Ah, it was vacant.
Oh my god,
you're so shit.
Yeah.
Austin was champion from June. Austin won the title on June 29th, 1998. It was, do you remember when he beat Kane the night after the first blood match?
Yeah.
It was that reign. And he was champion up until September. And he vacated then.
Why did he vacate?
The title was vacated after Kane and The Undertaker simultaneously pinned
Stone
Cold.
Yeah.
And then that's when we got the Survivor Series.
On Rock one.
The corporate champion thing, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ah, shit, you don't get a champion. Check when the brother was born.
Kane debuted exactly a year before I was born. The 5th of October 1997. I was born the 5th of October 1998. And there was a Raw and WCW the night I was born. I've never watched them though. I'm going to have to go back and watch them.
There's probably one where I was born.
Were you born on a Monday?
Was I? I think I was, actually. I actually think it was. The Rock was champion when my brother was born. But, yeah. Is this an elimination match or is it one fall to a finish?
I can't remember.
I think it's one fall.
Look at the fucking talent we have here though.
Like I know we make shit of like how the WCW, the Alliance side is like way less stacked, but it's still like very stacked.
Like Booker T.
Yeah.
World champion.
DDP.
World champion.
Bubba Ray.
Probably one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Definitely the most successful tag team of all time.
Bubba Ray was a world champion as well.
Yeah.
You could argue. Well,
and then
he was.
And then Rhino.
And then
But then look at the fucking...
Rhino is still ranked above Devon. I'd rank Rhino above Devon.
Yeah. Then look at like the WWF.
Two Hall of Famers, 2 current Hall of Famers, and 3 surefire Hall of Famers. Well, Jericho's a bit of an if, but he will be.
Yeah. If not, then he deserves it.
Like, if he... Jericho will win the Hall of Fame, for fuck's sake. Of course he will.
It's interesting. Like, you could argue that if there was a top 10 of WWE wrestlers of all time, the 5 on that side are in it.
Argue it, yeah. And you know what's interesting? 5 of those guys are... 4 of those 5 are semi-active. Like, you know,
Well, Kurt Angle isn't anymore.
well, yeah, he wrestled a match this year. He wrestled this year.
Yeah, they've all wrestled this year, bar Austin.
Bar Kane. I don't think Kane wrestled this year, or did he?
He wrestled in Saudi Arabia.
That wasn't this year.
Within the last 12
Oh,
months.
last, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
He wrestled a house show in Knox County, I'd say.
I love old Kane, as in like young Kane.
That 2001 Kane is probably the
Best
best
Kane.
type Kane, yeah.
I didn't really mind. Do you know when he just before he unmasked? Do you remember when he had like the whole?
Yeah.
I didn't mind that one either. I like this Kane the best though. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That run he went on in the 2001 Royal Rumble is fucking iconic.
Yeah. Do you remember when he came back against the Un-Americans as well?
Yeah,
It's like 1 or 2 months or
big
1 or 2 years
American
later.
fucking the big American
Yeah.
machine. Kane Rooney.
Good Devon.
Testify. The man who would give us Batista. Less than a year
He
later.
didn't give birth to him.
The man who, created him.
Did you say less than a year later?
Yeah, it's Batista debuted in 2002.
I thought it was 2003.
No, 2. But you got Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Batista
God.
all in the 1 year. They all debuted in 1 year.
Did they?
Yeah, they're all 2002.
Interesting.
The 2 best debuts were between Cena and Lesnar. I don't know which one was better.
Lesnar's rookie year was
Well,
probably
yeah.
the best rookie year of all
But like
time.
Cena's debut, I remember.
It's Kurt Angle, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Cena's debut.
But see, would Cena's debut be as iconic if he hadn't have been as successful as he was?
Probably not. No.
The greatest WWE debut of all time is Chris Jericho.
Think so.
Oh yeah.
Sting. Sting's up there.
Yeah.
Kane. Fuck that. Kane. Kane is the best.
No, I prefer Jericho's. I think Jericho's is so
up
good.
there. Jericho's top 3, but like Kane, God, the best pure striker in wrestling. This like.
He should have been a K1 kickboxer.
Joe, it's so dumb. Like, I mean, I'll get over it in the attitude era, but like, Joe, when they say it now, when we have the likes of Brock Lesnar, Matt Riddle, fucking Shane Baszler, like legit MMA fighters.
Ronda Rousey
For a period. Bubba Ray is another guy who is deceptively huge.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you see him nowadays. Joe, when like wrestlers are kind of relatively smaller.
Yeah.
Like, he's a giant.
I love Bubba Ray.
I love Bubba Ray. Or Bully Ray. Whatever fucked
He's bust open.
Is he?
Yeah, he's split a corner of his eye there.
That's some of the best pure strikes ever. Everyone used to beat up women for fun. To get his jollies.
Oh my god. Another angle you could never get away with.
Yeah. Old school.
Oh,
Someone else does that.
Elias.
No. Well, yeah, but like someone else, like on the indies.
Oh, I don't know.
And I remember I saw him do it, and I was kind of like, hey. I'm sure it was an Impact, was it? Or was it Ring of Honor? Can't remember.
What do you reckon Mark Calloway would do on the indie scene?
No.
Yeah.
Well, he'd certainly get booked.
I think AEW would definitely sign him.
I wouldn't. I would just...
Give him the opportunity to sign The Undertaker.
Nah.
No matter what, right?
What do you mean no matter what? He's a broken old man.
But still, it's still a huge name, and it's still a fuck
but
you to Vince.
But that's the issue then. That's where like...
But see, you can get away with it with The Undertaker.
Why?
Just like you can with Chris Jericho, because they still are semi-active. And
But Jericho can actually have good matches.
Undertaker can still have a good
When's the last time you actually... That's the sad thing. When's the last time we saw a good Undertaker
His match with Cena was passable at WrestleMania.
It's hard to even call that a match. Because it was...
No, I think he can still have a good match. He just needs to be in there with the right worker.
I think the match on Sunday will actually be fun enough.
See, the thing is, right, everyone harps on about
I hope he
when was the last
wrestles.
time Undertaker had a bad match, but when was the last time he was put in there with someone who was competent in the ring?
Yeah, that's the thing. I hope he wrestles Drew at SummerSlam. He wants to,
Like,
apparently.
he's always in the ring with
DDT.
another part-timer.
Yeah, it sucks. I really hope he wrestles Drew, and I hope Drew just kills him.
Yeah.
I hope Drew, well, like, not actually, but I hope he, like, just destroys him. Just make Drew a stare, like,
Yeah.
because it would, like.
I'd love to see him wrestle, like, Osprey.
To
Imagine.
see what would happen.
Could you
yeah.
imagine?
I don't know. I'd love to see what would happen. I just love to see how it would go down. Just Kenny, just fucking
Yeah.
Kenny Omega. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
I'd love to see, like, the Bros of Destruction versus the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Imagine.
That'd be so weird, especially in 2019.
Brilliant.
It would be brilliant. It'd be a spectacle.
But, like, imagine the bumps they do. Imagine the Bucks giving Undertaker an indie taker.
Oh yeah, definitely. Damn it, you've sold me. The Man Beast. Rhino.
DDP is another guy who could still wrestle if he wanted to.
He could probably have a match, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, do you remember when Ricky Steamboat came back and had that match?
Yeah, with Jericho, it was
When he
amazing.
when he was like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. DDP could definitely do that.
Ricky Steamboat could still have another match, I'd say.
In his 70s.
Yeah.
Every 10 years comes back. He's stomping him on hold and he's walking it dry. It actually has been 10 years since like that match.
Yeah.
Who could like Jericho can have a match. Definitely, we know that. He can have good matches. Undertaker could probably have a good
A
match.
passable
A
match.
passable
anyway.
match given a good opponent. Kane can have a passable match given the right opponent. If it's gimmicked, if it is a gimmick match, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle can have a good match still.
Mm,
Entertaining. He can have an entertaining match.
Yeah.
Well, like, so that's the thing. That was the weirdest thing ever, right? Like, do you remember when Kurt Angle came back to WWE in 2017, right? He re-signed with them in 2017. Like, he was wrestling on the Indies in 2016 and having still really good matches.
I think it was that, like, 6 or 7 months off that kind of harmed him.
It's just it's like it all caught up in him. It was so weird.
Then he came back, and I know it wasn't much to do with him, but he was involved in the best match of WrestleMania that year.
Yeah, well, he
played his part in it.
It was mostly
Don't get me
Ronda,
wrong,
but
it was
obviously,
mostly Ronda, but that's what it was meant to be. It was meant to showcase what Ronda could do. That was amazing, because, like, going into that, it was like, I'm so scared that she's going to be shit, and it was like the
she's
best
so
thing.
good, yeah. I know, that was the thing. You're like, if you're worried that like it's going to be so bad, especially since it was literally her first time wrestling.
Yeah, and it was fucking amazing.
It was so good.
That time when she backs Triple H up into the corner and starts beating the shit out of him. I don't care though, you know what my favourite part of that match is?
Of the mixed tag.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is when Kurt like gives Stephanie McMahon the ankle lock.
Yeah,
I
so
think it's
good.
such a forgotten moment. But like, he holds her leg and he's just thinking and he's like, okay.
Okay, fuck it.
It's hilarious. Stephanie was brilliant in that match.
She
as
was.
well.
You know what? As much shit as she gets, when it comes time, like she serves her role.
Thing is, right? It's just something about the McMahons that they never have a bad match. Bar Vince against Brett, but other than that,
Linda.
but like they never have like any
Linda-
match they have is always at least entertaining.
Has Linda ever had a match?
No,
What was that? Thought she would have maybe gotten one.
she was involved in like one match.
She's been involved in a few,
Yeah,
but she just never wrestled. Yeah, Stephanie's had good matches. See, Becky wants to have a match with her now.
yeah. Becky also says she wants to do MMA.
She?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, Becky, no. Like, see, like Becky's strange, right? Because, like, I like Becky. I'm a fan of her, right? But sometimes she does stuff in the ring and it's so clunky. Like, I don't know what it is. It's probably like just the moves she does.
Yeah, but you have to understand who they put her with then
Oh,
too.
I know.
Like Lacey Evans, you're always going to
No, I know that. No, but I know when to blame
Yeah.
Becky and when to blame Becky has a terrible dropkick. She really needs to stop doing dropkicks because they're shite.
Look at that. That's impressive.
Kurt Angle was a fucking
He
machine.
was a monster.
He did that to the Big Show. Do you remember when he used to do this to
Yeah.
the Big Show and no one would bat an eye? And then Brock Lesnar, who's twice his size, picks him up and everyone freaks out. Kurt Angle is a real fucking monster. Kurt Angle is made from metal. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Fuck off!
You're not gonna stop my wife. Jeff Jarrett is gonna do enough of that.
Oh yeah, literally. I was gonna say, stay away from my wife. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, I thought they were gonna do the thing. Voila! Bit late there, Mark. Get the fuck out! Mike Chioda's in his face.
Hey!
You fuck off! I'm doing my job!
Why isn't he telling Devon to get it?
Ah, he is now, don't worry. Mike's on it. Mike is on it. Do you think Mike Chioda has the record for the most like main event matches refed in WWE? Surely he has.
I don't know.
Ah, come here, no, he's main eventing this main event, right? Belly to belly!
Earl Hebner?
Maybe, it's between the two of them.
I say he's probably surpassed him.
Ah, brilliant.
What? Little Nate. Little Nate could be up there.
He doesn't really
No.
do main events, though. Mike Chioda's the guy they put
He
into
did at the time,
big
though.
matches.
Did you not remember WrestleMania 24?
Oh, I remember, yeah.
When he came hightailing down that ramp. Almost tore a hamstring coming down. You know what? I always look at that and be like, if he tripped there, it would have been the funniest moment in WrestleMania history.
He would have
He could have easily
He would have
fell.
gone through the ring. He's fucking,
He would have rolled.
out the other side.
He would have rolled halfway down the field in Orlando.
In the Citrus Bowl. He would have gone.
Yeah.
He would have done a lap. Devon Dudley. Devon Doodloo. What's it called? I was going to say Booker T's getting very little.
Yeah.
Mostly Devon.
Yeah.
The workhorse of the match.
The ring general, Devon Dudley.
Oh, scissors kick. Oh yes.
Kurt didn't give him much leeway there in the bending down.
No.
Oh, there he is again, motherfucker.
Devon Dudley. Oh fucking.
Thing is, right? I think Mike Chioda is the only person that gets away with giving Undertaker shit.
Yeah. Undertaker's like, Jesus, this guy's.
Mark, fuck off!
Yeah, this guy's like, oh, look at him, he's like, oh Christ! This is what, look, what is Stone Cold doing? He's just rolling around. This match is so fucking mental. Look at the crowd on their feet and everything, like.
It's so funny.
Stone Cold. It's between Vince and Stone Cold for the best walk in wrestling.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be Mike Chioda. He's out of. He's sweating. He's like,
Yeah.
fucking home. This match is out of control. Bang. I love DDP. Such a nice
Yeah.
guy. He's just the nicest guy.
Oh my
Wow!
god.
How is this never like a disqualification? Oh, I never get how they do low blows in wrestling. Oh, he's blessing him for some reason. Like, what is his deal? Is he like an overly religious fella?
His father's a pastor.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Because I always wondered about that. I was like, what is his thing? Testify. What? Oh, it's W. I was like, what is on his top?
You must believe in Jesus.
When was the Survivor Series there? That Shane was the last guy for. That wasn't last year, was it? It was the year before.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Do you remember when like the cool kids got to wear their own clothes? It was like Triple H got to wear his own top, and Shane got to wear his own top, and someone who from SmackDown got to do it. it's a shame it's not SmackDown. Someone else from Raw got to do it. But it was like, yeah. Always like throughout the night as well. Roman didn't get to do it, I don't think. Yeah, Roman just wore his own clothes.
Look at little mage.
Yeah, why is the ring surrounded by a bunch of fucking refs? Kurt Angle? Oh,
Jesus.
it's an easy way to blow out your knee there.
Yeah. No wonder he needed yoga.
Yeah. In fairness,
Oh my god.
In fairness, that's probably why, like, I mean, he was a 42-year-old man just...
Learning how to take a bump.
Yeah. Christ. Tag, you're not that fair. Mike Chioda. Fucking Chioda. Okay, Joe's stupid now. Mike's gonna turn around and be like, what? How did Kurt Angle get all the way over there?
God damn it, Mike.
Baby, what am I paying you for? Baby, what is DDP doing? You're just blocking.
Get him out.
Diamond
Diamond
Cutter.
Cutter.
Such a crap.
God damn it, Mark.
he's like, we're not gonna. Banks is like, I give up. Let him fucking flake away. Oh, that chaos. I love these spots though in these matches, Joe. Like shit just breaks down.
Yeah.
Rhino's gore. Rhino nearly fell. Gore.
I think Rhino's trying to set up for a gore and no one's
He's
saying,
Booker T!
He did it by accident.
That was not. He was very clearly not in the way.
Devon does be earning his paycheck.
That was making the most of his minutes. Devon's like, I know I can get a WWE title reign. Fucking hell, he's nearly lifting him backwards. When was that one? Was it King of the Ring? That match was between DDP and Taker. It was, wasn't it?
I think so.
That was the pay-per-view before this. It's weird how he stopped using the tombstone.
Yeah.
So what's also funny is that he's ginger. That's the funniest thing ever. The conscience of WWE is ginger.
Oh my god!
That little niche! Oh, this is gonna kill him. This is gonna break him in half. He's so small. Be careful. No! Oh.
So he almost died when he took an elbow drop from Randy Savage.
Yeah, they cracked a rib or something.
He punctured his lung.
Yeah. Bubba Ray and Kane just slugging it up there. Alright, so the match is it's just nothing now. See, like, do you know if this happened in modern day WWE, it would just be like no contest.
Yeah.
You just get thrown out. The old Stone Cold.
Oh, Jesus.
What happened there?
He just fucking clocked him with an elbow. I don't, Devon just came up and hit Kane in the back, and Kane just fucking whacked him with an elbow.
Fuck off, Devon!
Devon's all over the place.
Steve is knee braces. Ow. I was wondering how much that actually hurts.
Yeah.
She's a big hunk of plastic.
So what I never get in kayfabe terms, right?
What?
It's like, you know when people turn in these types of matches?
Yeah.
When do they decide to turn? Because they can't go into the match with the plan. Because why would Steve Austin come in with a plan to turn and kick the shit out of DDP like he was doing?
Yeah, like, well, yeah.
If he's going to side with him.
Why
Yeah,
wait
why,
till the,
yeah.
till the very last moment?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's strange, right now.
That's why when I always like the rare occasion when people give reason for it halfway through the match.
Like turn mid-match, like?
Yeah, but they'll turn mid-match, but there'll be reason to it, like someone will hit them by accident or something like that. Just tells a better story. Go away, Devon.
Jesus.
Like, I'm gonna put you to bed now.
The Iron Man of this match.
Stay down.
Taking the biggest bump as well. Just convulsing.
I hope he got fucking paid well.
I doubt it.
He probably got, out of everyone in this match, he probably got paid the least.
The lowest paycheck. Devon, a fucking worker if I ever saw one. No wonder he's producing SmackDown.
Yeah.
Knows his shit, like. Rhino. Do you remember in 2015 when we got that weird feud with like, oh Christ, nearly took
Boy
out Carlos
family.
Cabrera.
He's another guy that earns his paycheck. Carlos Cabrera. He always gets beat up and on pay-per-views.
What's the guy? Hugo something.
Was it the guy Hugo that got fucking nailed by Hulk Hogan with a steel chair
Oh
against Vince
Christ!
McMahon?
Oh, I don't know. Was it?
Do you not remember that? It was WrestleMania 19. And Hogan goes
It's like
to
Hugo
hit,
Savinovich or something.
yeah, but Hogan goes to hit Vince with the chair, and Vince ducks, and he fucking cracks it on Hugo. And like when Hugo got stretchered out and everything, he blades. It's brilliant, like
Just so weird as well. They're like,
fucking levels of unprotected too. It's like Cody the other night, like
They're like-
fucking bang.
that thing as well. Joe, like those two guys are like proper like Hispanic wrestling legends.
Yeah. Fun fact, Rhino lives on a boat.
Does he?
He doesn't have a house.
Is he still in politics? Is he
No,
still running
no,
to
he
be? Is he
didn't.
still looking to be like the senator
No,
of Michigan?
he didn't get voted in.
Devon Dudley.
But he lives on a boat. He sold his house and just
What
bought
kind
a
of boat? Like a barge?
Yeah.
Where?
I
What
don't know,
river?
just in where do you have a boat? Like in the sea, you can go
Like,
anywhere the fuck you want.
Is it a river? Is it a lake? Is it a swamp?
I don't know. When he's on the road, then he probably sails. He probably sails to travel.
Can't do anything inland unless he takes up like tributaries and stuff. Bear Grylls lives on a boat.
Is he?
He has like two houses or something. Like one's on like an island, and then he has another house that's like a barge on the River Thames. It's like the coolest thing ever.
Fair enough.
Suplex! Oh, right in the
Ooh.
neck. Right in the neck.
Angle slam.
That's just like he does that easily. Ankle
Oh.
lock.
Is the ankle lock like the best submission?
Oh, the ref is gone. Mikey Yoda!
Oh, Jesus.
Mike, for fuck's sake. Is the ankle lock the best submission? I don't know.
When
Actually to Riley Rumble, who are doing a fucking they're doing a tournament currently of like determining the best submission in wrestling history.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. It's pretty cool. I don't know. The ankle lock is up there. I love a good sharpshooter.
Yeah, it depends who does it though. Brett was the
Not
only
The
one
Rock.
that.
Not The Rock.
Yeah, Brett's the only one that can make it look really good though.
Stings
And
wasn't great
Benoit.
either. Stings wasn't great.
No, Benoit can make a sharpshooter look.
And the thing was, like, wasn't Sting doing it before Brett?
Yeah,
Or was he?
I'm not sure.
Figure four. The figure four is alright.
Look at Vince.
It's kind of shit, like.
Oh,
I love a good crossface. Joe, like I love the crossface, like the crippler crossface.
Yeah.
I love the label lock,
Yeah.
like Danny Bryan, like the S lock. I love that. The straps are down. When he grapevines, best thing. Tap you, bitch. No, he's proper. He's intense.
Mike,
He's intense, Angular.
get up.
Get up! I gotta get you a beer.
Yeah.
What? Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, it's so dumb. The crowd are just like, what? It's so dumb. It
Yeah, it
doesn't
makes
make
no sense.
It's so crap. But Mike's just like, what the fuck are
That
you
was
doing?
that was just doing something for shock value. It was doing something just for it to be shocking.
Please tell me, when they decided that this was going to be a thing?
It just makes no sense.
It's so dumb.
Like 2 days ago, he was beating him up with pool cues.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, literally, they hardly, like, okayed that. It was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, pool cues. And then, like, I'm actually your buddy, though. 316 says, Austin just... Oh, someone predicted that. It's fucking psychic in the crowd. It's Meltzer or something. It's definitely Meltzer
Yeah.
up top. Boo. Boo. Boo, Steve.
I was saying boo, Steve.
Team WWF. WWF. Woof.
So we'll head into Survivor Series. The thing is, right, Kurt Angle then...
What were the teams for Survivor Series again? It was on Team WWE. It was The Rock, Kane, Undertaker, Jericho and Angle, wasn't it?
No, Jericho and Big Show.
Jericho and Big Show, and on Team Alliance was Stone Cold, Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle.
Shane and Booker T.
Was Shane on the team, was he?
Shane, yeah. And Undertaker nearly kills him with a fucking chokeslam.
I'd like to point out as well, right? So on Team WWE, you have The Rock, who was the current WCW champion at the time. Jericho, who cut his teeth in WCW. Big Show cut his teeth in WCW. And then Kane and Undertaker, fair enough. And then on Team Alliance, you had Stone Cold, who was the WWE champion.
Made his name in WWE.
And albeit wrestled in WCW and ECW, but made his name in WWE.
Shane McMahon, the son of the
Shane
owner
McMahon,
of
the
WWE.
owner of WWE, of the son of the owner, yeah. Kurt Angle, who was reared in the WWE. Rob Van Dam, fair enough. And who was the other guy?
Rob Van Dam wasn't WCW either.
ECW, Alliance.
ECW.
Alliance. And that's your lot. That was the invasion.
Yeah.
Or, well, not the invasion. Invasion.
Is it the most missed opportunity
Yeah, 100%.
storyline
100%.
of all time?
Definitely. It could have been it was the hottest time of wrestling. You had two, I wouldn't say the best rosters in wrestling, but two of the best.
Yeah.
And, you had so many big stars that, it could have been so good, and it just wasn't. So, yeah, that's been the watch along.
There you have it. There'll be another poll up in the coming days once we decide.
Gonna have to rack our brains.
And, yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. It's been fun.